All right, y'all. What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. First of all, I got to say this because this whole workout regimen have been amazing, right? That's how I like standing. That's how I like going out. First of all, I love it. Now, it was a time where I had difficult time sleeping. I got on medication, and the medicine was just making me just drowsy. It was making me drowsy, eat, drowsy. And I felt like it wasn't really helping me with, the depression. I'm like, it's not helping me. And when you go to these doctors, these psych doctors, right? They're not a psychiatrist. Their whole sole purpose, excuse me, medicate. And so one of them just slipped up and said, do you exercise? I was like, not really, here and there. And so I would try it and I would stop and would try it. And then just one particular time, for the last, I would say going on 4 months, I have just been in the gym every single day. Doing the gym and not focusing on the medication, my sleeping have gotten 1000% better. The depression have pretty much is down, you know what I'm saying? And I can really think better. I'm not as agitated, right? Losing the weight, sleeping better. I can just tell you it was a time where I had to have medicine to sleep. I had to have any type, what other that type of thing, a melatonin, but a lot of it just to sleep. I just could not sleep. My mind would just be racing, like thoughts would just be racing. I'm trying to do 55 things. And I'm like, well, it's something I can do. I don't want to have to do medication because I don't like how the medication make me feel. So I was like, okay, let's try the little bud, the little kush. And I didn't like that, how that made me feel, because that's a very expensive thing. I might as well do the medicine. At least the medicine is free. So I said, hey, let me just get a gym membership and let me just do it, right? Every single day. So I'm in the gym, burning calories every day, burning sweat, but I'm burning energy. So by the time I get done with my day, I close my day out by working out. And so I go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm already tired from doing schoolwork, tired from doing doing my radio broadcast, doing my YouTube broadcast. I'm actually in the gym. So baby, I'm Gucci and I'm in the bed sleep. I take beautiful naps throughout the day and just really rest. But that have not been the point in a very long time. When I got my diagnosis of bipolar, the sleeping was just terrible for me. I just could not sleep. I don't know what it was. I could not sleep for 8 hours to save my life. And so I would do the medicine, but it was affecting my YouTube career. It was affecting my career because as an entertainer, you got to be on it. You got to, energize. And I wasn't energized. I was knocked out, sleep, tired, drowsy. And then people say, oh, you got to get the right doses. Then got the right doses, still tired, sleepy, drowsy. I didn't even want to do YouTube. It felt like I was handcuffed. It felt like my true feelings was suppressed. I couldn't really tell the jokes. I was too tired, drowsy. And I will sleep sleep on my way to work, sleep in the break room, sleep in the car, sleep at home. I'm just sleeping, right? And just sleeping. It just did not make me feel good. So I said, I have to find something else. And it just, thank God for this. It said, well, try the gym. And I tried it. And I fell in love with it. And so every single day. And that's how the weight, you see the transition of the weight. Because while I'm doing it for working out, not only I'm getting a 2-in-1 special, getting the weight down and also be able to sleep. So I didn't have to necessarily go to like medicine to help make me sleep because I didn't want to have that crutch my entire life. Number, I just didn't want it for me. So I started researching working out in bipolar. Like I start seeing that and some studies have came out that it helps people with bipolar to exercise. That's a very good component. Even though some people say, hey, medicine or whatever, but I did see some people say, it have been some studies that it helps with depression. It helps keep you not having that in that mindset of being manic. It just helps because it helped me. Because I was like, it got to be something to this. And I'm like, well, why is they not, why is they not, talking about this? Why is this not nobody screaming this off the rooftop about the premise of working out now, and not just working out, getting out of stressful situations. I know for a past, and sometimes you have to research. Well, what made you have a manic breakdown? What made you get depressed? What was going on? So I love that I can go back in my mind and see those scenes of like what was going on, what was the situation. And one of the things that I've learned from me is that I try to be the fixer, or I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. I don't care if this is going on. That happened to you. Somebody abused you in the church. Don't worry. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. I got it. And I start putting this cape on, and I said, I'm going to fix it. Oh, mama, you going through that? Don't worry. I'm going to fix it. I got it. I'm going to fix it. And being the fixer, it destroyed me mentally, physically, financially. It just did not work. So I said, let me stop trying to be the fixer and let me fix on me. And then everybody else would just have to fix on themselves. And I will still try to be the fixer. I'm going to pray. That's the only thing I can do. Get on my knees, say, Lord Jesus, you see this thing that just going on. That's how you have to do. And so even when I went back to Chicago, I understood. I said, okay, let me still help my grandmother. I could only help her because that's a skill. That's a skill I have. I'm gonna go see her. Then everybody else, y'all go fend for yourselves. I'm gonna go to that nurse home and see her. And then when all the noise happens, I'm in the gym. So that's how I get to navigate through the noise. When all that mess is going on, I can go to the gym 24 hours. I could be in there for hours. And then by the time I hit home, you done already sleeping off the liquor. You're sleeping off whatever. But I'm gonna make sure I be there for my grandmother, because ain't nobody gonna tell me not to be there for my grandmother. That's one person I will sacrifice everything. I will give my life for, because she gave her life for me, right? So that's one person I will be there for. Not even some other family members, not even on the list, but that one particular person, I will do that because I can remember her standing in the gap for me, going to the school, cooking, giving me money when I didn't have it, when I lost jobs, being there, going to the Social Security office, going downtown, trying to make things happen, right? Investing in my dreams, So that's one particular person. If I could just pick anybody, it would be her, So that's it. But I know how to navigate that situation, because then previously I didn't know how to do it. I just did too much. But now I know how to navigate it. I was like, okay, if we get too much, okay, baby, let me go to the gym. Okay, get too much, I get on the plane, go somewhere if it get too much. And I thank God for that. But still, out of all of that, the sleeping have gotten better. Weight loss and my eating habits have gotten better. It was a time in my life where I would just eat out every single day, and that wasn't good. Flaming Hots, whole pizzas. I mean, I would go to West Clucking every single day. That's why Angie, the owner of West Clucking, and I am praying for her family. They did lose somebody in her family, her and her husband. But I would go there every single day. I actually got in contact with that restaurant when it was called Chicago Chicken Scoop, and they moved to Plano, and now it's called West Clucking. But I was there every single day. They already knew my order. They didn't have to, oh, Mr. Wiley, they knew my number. They knew my order. Anytime a restaurant, people know your order, know your voice, you there a lot. So I would go there, literally every single day, eating a 6-piece with mild sauce and lemon pepper. Then it upgrade to 13 pieces with lemon pepper and mild sauce. And I would eat it every day. And that's the weight gain just went out the world. So now when I stopped going to West Clucking, I haven't went to West Clucking since the last time we did a meet and greet, and that's going on almost a year. I cut back on the fried food. I cut back on the sodas. I cut back on the Doritos. I cut back on the honey buns, on the donut, the things that I love. I cut back on the Red Bulls. I haven't had a Red Bull in months. I cut back on the sugar. And so that's what made me, helped me sleep as well, because I felt like those sugar rushes affected my sleep. All that caffeine just affected, because you got all that caffeine. That's not good either when you have when you're diagnosed with bipolar, having all that caffeine, because one of the sole things is you need to sleep. But if you got all that caffeine, then you up pacing, and your body need to recharge. So I would thank God that I was able to not do the Red Bulls, because I used to do it every single day, because I used to like that rush. I used to like that boost of energy. I used to love it. And already I'm having energy, because when you're manic, you got that energy, then you got a Red Bull. It's like you're manic manic behavior is on steroids. And then you have this crash and then that depression. It's almost like a train wreck. And I was like, oh my God, this is not good. Not a good mixture. So I cut that out. So I'm sharing this story because it is some people that view this show that do battle with bipolar and anxiety and depression. I cannot tell you working out may not work for you. But what I will tell you is try to find alternatives, do your research, be your advocate for you. And one thing for me that helps me not be as depressed is music. And I love to listen to audible books. I love to listen to podcasts. I like to listen to Minister Farrakhan. I like to listen to public speakers. I like to listen to I love to be motivated. So if you find yourself depressed and all you're watching is violent movies and all you're watching is rap and all you're drinking and you're smoking and maybe you need to like, okay, let me get something positive. Let me listen to some gospel music. Let me listen to some jazz. Let me listen to some clean hip hop. Let me go out on a walk and let me listen to this new book that is out. You know, I love that. And I love, you know, those type of interest. So when I do my show, you can tell I'm not just watching mess all the time. No, I am messy because I could be messy, but I also could do a whole show and talk about politics because I'm not just watching drama on the internet. I'm just not watching Zeus Network. I cut all that stuff out. I unsubscribe from that because it's unhealthy for my mental health to see all of that drama every single day. So I watch a little bit of entertainment, but I also have a balance, an equal balance where I'm watching history and watching some politics, but I don't get so saturated with all of that. I have a clean balance. And so that's why when you have that balance, you won't be as, you know, depressed and as well. I don't just watch none but bad news. I used to, and that affected me. I used to watch a lot of bad news, a lot of bad Black history. I was fascinated with Emmett Till, fascinated with Duncan, and I would watch it over and over and over and over and over. I would watch what the police do, and I would cry, and it would affect me. I remember when the Sandra Bland story came out, I was watching it over and over and over, seeing what her sister said, what her parents said, what this person said, what is this protester, reading the articles, and that affected me, and it broke me mentally. So that's not good to read that material and to see that material, all of that bad stuff all day, every day. You have to have a balance. And so that's why when I do the show, I have a balance. And that's why when I wake up, I listen to music, I listen to a podcast, I listen to an interview. I'm not just watching this particular sector. I don't do that. I'm watching like other type of commentators or content or this book, you know what I'm saying? So I like to have that balance because when you have that balance, you won't be as depressed. A lot of people is so depressed because all you watching is depressing things, depressing movies, depressing music, depressing loved ones, depressing relationships. So it's difficult, and it's no medicine, in my humble opinion, is no medicine that can erase that because you're on the medicine, but it ain't gonna last long because you still got a depressing husband, a depressing situation, or a depressing relationship, a depressing job. So you still got to change, just like a drug addict. You still got to change people, places, and things, in my humble opinion. You still have to change that. Yeah, you could have all the best medication that money can buy, but if you still in a toxic, depressed state, then you still will be going through. It's like you're putting a Band-Aid on a wound, but not addressing and trying to sew up the wound so it can heal. You only just put like a temporary Band-Aid, and that Band-Aid is something temporary. So in my humble opinion, right, I'm just giving my thoughts about this entire thing, but I just had to open up with my thoughts here. As a creator, for people that battle with anxiety and depression and stuff like that, for me, for creator, my best advice, and I've told this to some creators on the phone, they said, Wiley, how do you not let the comments get under your skin? Number one, don't focus on the comments. Just do your content. Just do your content. Now, when you looking over there, you read the content, then you get distracted. Just focus on the camera, focus on the content. You can turn your comments off. You don't have to necessarily see the comments. So just focus on it. Don't be so quick to go down there and then you focus on the negative energy and disrupt your day. I don't do it. Baby, I like all the comments. Like. Sometimes I read them like, and I move on. I don't bring that to my personal life. I like, and I move on. I don't sit there and argue with the people in the comments. You dusty this, you dusty that. I'm going to like every single guy, positive or negative, because then my whole strategy is you watching the show, whether you agree with it or not, because half of the comments, I already know what you're going to say. I don't like your eye. I stopped watching you because you're a liar. But you're commenting. In my mind, in my blogger hat, you ain't stopped watching me because you're in the comments. Come on, somebody. So when I see them type of comments, I don't get sad and get upset because I know they're lying. Because if you're finding my channel and you're commenting on the website, you're commenting on the video, you ain't never stopped watching. You're still watching. So I just see that, click on the like, baby, I moved on. I don't bring that to my personal life. And also as creators, let's give some advice here because I want to add this to the document. We got a lot of topics to get into, but I'm going to follow the spirit in a second. I'm going to bring Armand Wiggins' picture back up here. I'm going to bring his picture back up here because I ain't done talking about him. So another thing, too, is, you know, I have to say this. Subscribers, and he know this, but I want to reiterate this because it's true. Subscribers will keep you in drama and mess. Subscribers will send you the mess and they will keep you in it. Either A, you do it, or B, you ignore it. Because I get mess sent to me daily. I don't like this person. I don't like that person. I ignore it. And I tell them this, and this would shut them down. I say, if you don't like such and such, come on my show, let's have a debate. And I bring such and such. You got a problem with such and such? Y'all go on the air and duke it out. You don't want to do that? Then leave me alone. You'll be blocked. You come to Instagram with it, anybody know, do you want to come on the show? No, I don't want to come on the show. You block. Because if you got a problem with anybody, if it's not including me, I bring that person up on the screen, on StreamYard. You could duke it out on the screen, and I moderate. Other than that, I got to go because I have a job to entertain thousands and not concerned about the one. Because you can be replaced. I'm entertaining thousands. That's not concerned about this particular person said this. They only watch me. So again, you got to know either A, you're going to be that way and get involved with it and let it disrupt. You know, I don't care if a moderator go to another thing. I use it as content because I test people. Whoever is around me want to be close with me, you will be tested. And if you can't handle it, and most of y'all ain't strong enough to handle this, you will be tested. The closer you try to get with me, the more you will be tested. I got to see, can you handle the fire? I got to see, can you handle some controversy? And some of y'all can't. You ain't strong enough, so don't even try to get close to me. You ain't strong. You break too easily. So that's why I don't get on the phone gossiping with moderators because those are human beings that work with the ops anyway. I don't get on that gossip with moderators. I get in the text and I do it on purpose. Hey, okay, hey, right, well, okay. That's it. I would never tell you my personal business or my business plan to a moderator. Never. That would be stupid. You never met these people. They ain't on no NDA. You never met them. That's stupid and dumb. I didn't even tell my day ones that I was doing a reality show. They didn't know it. They didn't even know it. They knew it once it went on video and they saw that, oh, why didn't it? So, yeah, I talk a lot, but some things you will never know. I will act like I'm dumb to it, muted to the situation. Oh, Wiley, I didn't know you was doing that. Oh, Wiley, of course you don't know because I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm not. Just because you think I talk about family, I don't tell you everything. I tell you what I want you to know. So, because if you get too indulgent, you know, I remember this brother on the screen here. Y'all see Armand Wiggins on the screen here. He invited his moderators to his home. As soon when the women left his home, they went on Lipstick Alley and they went on a blog and said his house was filthy. I'm going to say it again. He literally invited moderators to his home, took what was going on in his house and they drug it on the internet. I never had a moderator in my home. Most of them are women. You ain't coming in here anyway unless we screwing. So you will never see my home inside my home. Never. Unless we screwing. But he invited them women in there, and they went on the internet to drag his house. All right? So you can get as personal. So when he did that, I said, I ain't gonna never do that. I ain't gonna never. You ain't coming to my house. So you can take pictures and create these storylines, and they're gonna believe you because you are a moderator. So keep them out your house. Keep them out your house. So he was going through his drama and his mess, and I remember that particular story, and this happened years ago, but I'm bringing it back up because he yet got close with some moderators, or he's trying to be a dictator and tell his moderators that they're not allowed to criticize. You could put that out there all the time. I'll be putting that out there all the time, and I still have moderators drag me and diss me and stab me in my back, and I get the information. I act like it don't exist. There's no need for me to say, if I see it, no need. Because eventually, the person that moderator beefing with you about, they're going to fall out. It's going to come on YouTube, period. I've seen it happen before. You ain't got to say a word. This particular person fell out with some mods, sent it to me maybe about 6-8 months ago, maybe a year. I sat on it, and it spewed over to YouTube, and I acted like I didn't know what was going on. What? You was where? You was with who? What happened? I acted muted, and I knew all the information because people gonna send it to me. They gonna send it to me because one thing I learned about women, if they fall out and a man is involved, they gonna tell that man. Oh, they gonna tell me. They gonna get on their phone and it start like this. Oh, hey, Wiley. It's something I got to tell you. What you got to tell me? Tell me. And I'm going to ask you questions. All right. Thank you. And I'm not going to move when you want me to move. I'm going to sit on it. Because you don't want to go to the internet and tell it. And then I'm going to be right here. What? What did she say? She said that. What? Who? What happened? And I'm going to be giggling on the inside. Because I already knew the tea from day one. That's what I tell people all the time when you come on to YouTube. Don't be telling these people your personal business. These are strangers. Stop trying to do what I do. I'm a creator. I use family members for content. And I told them I'm going to use y'all for content. Mom already been used for content. Okay? So stop trying to be like me. You tell your feelings because when they fall out, they're going to bring it to YouTube and everybody going to know your business. And you ain't strong enough. Most people you don't see, the reason they ain't here because they've been telling folks their personal business, strangers, and they hurt because I ain't defend them and shit. Why would I defend them? You the one that sat there and told your personal business, so you got to deal with that. You told it. It's funny, but you telling your personal business. They're going to get mad. They're going to bring your personal business that you talking to. They're going to bring it to the YouTube street, and everybody going to know. Stop trying to do what I do. You ain't strong enough because you're going to have thousands of people criticizing your life decisions and you ain't going to be able to handle it. And they're going to criticize it in the chat. Oh, you talking all that mess and you went through blah, 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 blah. You ain't going to be able to handle it. There's going to be thousands of people talking about it. Did you hear about Wiley moderators and blah, 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 blah? You're going to be up for a discussion. And I'm going to monetize all of it because I'm going to get a coin. My name is being a Wiley moderator, meaning that I got to put my producer hat on. Let's make this into a storyline. Let's make this into some drama. You want to be messy anyway. I don't like to be messy behind closed doors since you want to be messy. Let everybody see the mess. And let's all talk about it together. We all want to know what's going on because we're going to know anyway. Just like this brother's on the screen here. I'm in TGIF chat. Deborah, she trashing me in the chat because she's still mad because this man you see on the screen called her everything under the sun but a child of God. And she's still mad, running around these YouTube streets because I didn't defend her. But she didn't tell the world that she was being messy in the chat, being a double agent. And she tried to go toe-to-toe with this one. And one prepared, got cussed out, and she was crying and begged me to go against Armand Wiggins. And I called Armand, and he sent me the evidence that she was being shady in the chat, like she be shady in this chat. And many people been told me about her, but he didn't know. I'm way more nicer than Armand because he saw it and dogged her, and she left her crying, begging me on that DM, crying. He hurt her feelings. Well, why you over there, dear? Good, your feelings should be hurt. And I ain't your daddy. What I'm defending you about? You don't even donate. So you the last one. Certain ones that are going to be defended. Whoever donate the most money, they're going to be the one I'm going to defend because you donated. Rest of she said that she cried. He said tell about me. He called me a swollen ankle B. He showed this, but then she be messy in the chat. Be so messy in the chat, and viewers was telling on her. Yeah, we tired of you, Deborah. She messy. And I guess she was emboldened. I said, I ain't gonna know if you gonna leave. Because she went over there to Armand, being messy with them people in the audience, talking mess. Armand dragged her for filth, and she left there crying, begging me to help her, protect her. Didn't do it. Just like Wendy Williams called her. Dragged this man and thought I was going to protect her. Nope. She did all that cussing, all that dragging Armand Wiggins, and that man dragged her for filth. And she lied to me and said, I don't watch his show. That's a lie. Because that woman, Wendy Williams caller, was listening to this man's station head. And she called in and she was pissed because man, I made up. We got a dysfunctional relationship. You could one day I could hate his gut, then the next week we could be doing a show together, eating fried chicken and dinner rolls. This is a brother love-hate relationship. Ain't no use. You just get into the entertainment factor. Don't get too deep in it because you're going to end up hurt if you see me and us sitting down interviewing people on the red carpet. So don't get too deep in it. Take it as a joke, as an entertainment, but don't get too involved in it because we could be throwing each other under the bus today, and tomorrow we could be on a reality show set making money. So don't get that deep into it. You don't know if I talk to this man behind the scenes and we just kick it. You just don't know. It's no need for you to get that involved. Take it as entertainment purpose only. Go home. Put your wig on, put your bonnet on, put your feet up, eat your popcorn, drink your wine, and enjoy the show. Don't get that confirmed with this man. Because if the right dollar happened for each of us, we'll be right there in LA, Georgia, baby, in Taiwan, and making money. All right? So don't get too that deep involved in this. It's not that deep. This is entertainment. And I had entertainment. I had to tell Angie from West Clucket. She was like, is this a real beef? Because it seems so real. And I was like, no, this is all YouTube. This ain't real. This ain't no real beef like Tupac and Biggie. Man, this real beef. Man, he could come in this restaurant. I buy him a 6-piece of lemon pepper and mild sauce and a large soda, and we go out for some drinks. It ain't real. This is entertainment. We don't want to see each other hurt. If something would have happened to either one of us, we'd be breaking down in tears, crying. This is all entertainment. This is all well for me. It's all entertainment for me because I don't take this stuff too serious. It's entertainment. Because first of all, if it ever gets too harmful for me, just cut off and move on. It's entertainment. It's funny entertainment. It's not that serious. This ain't the West Coast versus the East Coast. This is two men talking about each other. And one of them just so happened to have a cockeye and bipolar. All right. Once that all that type of stuff happens, you should understand. Baby. But this brother did that. Now, I have some moderators, they leave quietly. They moderate from other channels. They don't say a peep. We still follow each other on Instagram. we good. Because those are I know the ones that truly got their professional life in order and those that don't. I have some professional moderators. Baby, they moderate from the Wiley Show. They didn't agree of some of my stands. They didn't agree of some of my direction of the show. Guess what? They gone. They still follow me. We still see what each other post. We good. Because they got their real life in order. This is a hobby. This ain't nothing real like a career. Hundreds of millions of dollars is on the line. This is all entertainment. This is all. When I decided to leave and not do the beef sector anymore, many moderators disagreed with that. They wanted me to stay in the beef sector. I decided to leave. They decided to stay. Congratulations. But every time I go back to the beef sector, they'll send me beef sector material. And like we ain't skipped a beat. They'll send me beef sector material. They'll be in the comments because I'm back singing their language. When we come back in about 30 days, going back into the beef sector, you'll see the same moderators in the chat. Same, they send me DMs. They'll tell me not to go to Brianna channel, go to Brianna channel, not to go to the other channel. Don't go to Jay Wilson channel. Don't bother Uncle Tim. Don't bother Tracy. They'll say the same thing. Other than that, we don't be discussed because we ain't in that sector. And we're grown adults. We have an understanding, but you do have those that don't necessarily have an understanding. And that was Miss Deborah. She was one of the ones disgruntled, and she the only moderator out of the history still want to troll about me and TGIF. And I always invite her to hit the link and we can have a conversation. She never want to hit the link. If you so beautiful, if you so rich, and you look good, that she told me that she was on magazine covers. If you all this, hit the link so the world can see you. You're calling for Brother Wiley. Hit the link. Why don't you hit the link on other shows so we can see you? Because you ain't nothing but an obese, no neck, pus, bumps, lesions coming out your cheeks. That's what you are. Stop trying to troll me. You ain't strong enough. You couldn't even handle Armand Wiggins. But what make you think you're going to be able to handle me? You the only one in TGIF got something to say. You went on over there to the other channel. You thought that was going to work. It didn't. You did all that talking. Now you look down with all the receipts, and I sent to your email. He don't want to sleep with me. Private conversation. Want to sleep with you. You look stupid and dumb. You a woman in bedroom man activity. Your heart gonna be broken. So go ahead and keep trolling. Talk to yourself about me, because you can't even say my name over there. Why? Because I made sure to get blackballed over there. You couldn't even say my name if you wanted to. And he even told you to stop saying wow, because we took that. You thought it was another moderator, thought they was going to go on another channel. They sit there and they drag Monica from All About the Tea. They went over there to start saying my name, but I went hard against him. He blackballed my name in that chat. They couldn't say my name, and they stopped going over there. You think you going to go over there and keep saying my name? I'm going to come for that creator so hard, he going to block my name in the chat, and you going to lose because you ain't going to be able to be. I've been blackballed over there. Good. And you mad. But you can't get mad at Brother Wiley, because Brother Wiley, this is my gift. And you got too involved and you were mad because I didn't protect you against him. If you fall out with somebody, you handle that. When you get involved, see, I see everything. You may think I don't see. I go back into the chat. When I do the live show, I may not focus on the live show, but best believe I'm going back to see what happened. Let me go back and I get the sides. I'm going to hear everybody point. When I rewind that chat back, the narrative of the people bringing me the stuff be totally different than what they said in the chat. So I'm gonna rewind it back, and somebody gonna send me the screen record of the chat. I have moderators that you don't see. You think I just got moderators that you see just coming to the chat? I have cousins that's been moderated since I first started on the YouTube. They never comment in the chat, never been in the chat, but they see everything. They never timed out nobody because you can see who timed you out. They never timed out. All they do is just see what's going on and report it to me. They tell me who on my side, who be throwing slick comments. They tell me everything. You think I just have people that just post in the chat? I've been doing this too long. I need people in the sky to tell me what's going on. These are human beings. I thought Wiley had the nicest moderator. No. Baby, these moderators, they are women. And one thing about women and they menstrual cycle, one day gonna be nice to you, next week you the scum of the earth. These are women, human beings. It was nice when there wasn't nobody in the chat. The chat was empty. But when other personalities come, that person you thought was a nice, ain't that nice? Yeah, back in the day, it was nice. Because there was only 5 people in the chat. But now there's more people. Ain't gonna be that nice. And so when these people come to me, I don't worry about that. Because when I count the number of the people in the chat, maybe 5 people or 6 people maximum, maybe 10. But the 146 you don't see. You don't see. That 146, it ain't 146 people in the chat. That's why I don't focus too much unless you super chat. Unless you super chat. And Lovely T told me that in the beginning because I asked Lovely T. This before I was blocked. See, before I got blocked, I'm going to make sure I get some tea. I said, Lovely T, why do you focus on the money? Because she said whether it's good or bad, you got to pay for me to take focus to it. I created the standard. She said, whether it's good or bad, if you super chat, I'm going to read it. And if I disagree, I will block you and I'm going to move on with my life. And then you want to troll, send money. If it's a low amount, you know, I've seen Lovely T block the people. Because they got mad when Lovely T had Tracy as a moderator and the B sector tried to get her fired. And so they was in there super chat and Lovely T was blocking them. And they would donate money, not a lot, $5, $10 here. And Lovely T said, take that ish to Tracy channel. Because Babe and the crew, they wanted Tracy fired from Lovely T. So they decided, because you could go over there and troll without, because she ain't gonna see your comments unless you super chat. So she said, oh, thank you, hon, but I'm gonna have to block you, and you will get blocked. Oh, that was a time. So I was very observant of that. So I brought this brother on the screen here because we posted an exclusive on the chat and an exclusive on wilderthetroll.com. So I posted an article and said Claudia is in communication with Armand to be on TGIF. So let me let y'all see what I'm talking about. For those that have not been on my site, you're under a rock. Moderators, make sure you post the website. So we post this on the website. And one of my team members, she posted it, right? And I said, okay, cool. I have to approve it. I added something to it, but we have to approve it because we were getting receipts in the email. So I said, okay, here we go. So I made the decision to put it on the website. We put it on the website. And so one of the team members or whatever, she reads the comments. So some of the comments were saying, Wiley is jealous of Armand Wiggins. I could tell you didn't read it and you just, that's why a lot of people get gooped because they see a headline or they see a post and they don't read. If you would have read this article, it ain't nothing like me being jealous. I'm actually giving him his props. If you actually understand, I'm actually giving this man his props. How can you say that I'm jealous when I'm actually giving him his props? Sources close to Fox Soul revealed that discussions are underway with Wiggins' camp, indicating a keen interest in bringing him on board. However, it seems the price tag with Wiggins' services comes. He won a $250,000 salary. If you read the article of my source, this is what I put in the article. So you really thought that if I was jealous, I would have went in, and it's nothing about jealousy at all. I'm just reporting the source information that we got. And then Claudia, she decided to comment in TGIF because she ain't woman enough to tell the world what she doing, because that heifer like to do her dirty work behind the scene. But we ain't gonna go there. I'll keep that in the clip. So she in the chat said, I wish that your reporting would be more accurate. I wish that you stop wearing weaves, but we can't have it both ways, baby, because you believe that weave is on point and my reporting is on point. Heifer. So we do that article, and here we go again. Now, this probably is like the last day of this flop comedian, right? This flop comedian, I mean, I don't know. I thought that she just want to be a part of the conversation. She had been dragging Armand Wiggins and myself. But for Armand, she said, I got 2 words for you, Jason Lee. But for me, that woman still got something to say about me on Saturday. To my unpaid employees, you will never be on TGIF. Wait a minute. Hold up. Why do you think flop comedian performing in front of 20 seats that I really want to be on TGIF? I don't. Not like that. If they offer it to me, I'll do it. But stop telling them people I really want to be on TGIF, because that's a damn lie. I never talked about TGIF. The only reason why I talked about TGIF is because Funky Dineva fell out. He had stuff leaking out his nose. Everybody was talking about it. I did it for a click and a view. It just so happened you took the bait of me dragging you and you made it a thing between me and you. That's it. That's it. When you was told that you would never be nothing but a wig wearing, hard looking thing, you tried to prove them wrong. You still a wig wearing, but you paid. Girl, you got a podcast. You making $250,000 on iHeartRadio. Baby, congratulations. But why can't you take $250,000 of that million and fix your wig? You want the smoke. If I'm really helping you, why your podcast not in the top 10? It never was in the top 50. You're just a DEI employee. They just filled in a quota. They got a black man, a black woman, and a senior citizen. They filled in 3 quotas with 1. They got a 3-in-1 special. Your black behind could be fired any day. So if you so happy, if you make $250,000 from iHeart, then eat it and fix your wig and fix your equipment. You mad. You ain't got nothing. You ain't nothing but a diversity inclusion employee. That's it. So how can you get mad? I'm talking. You, girl, shouldn't you have an iHeart event to go to? Why you worried about me on YouTube? Because you worried about it because I told the truth. It got you shaking. Ain't nowhere in the world if what I'm saying is a lie and you would have dusted off. You the one that's making it pop. You the one that's making it go toe to toe. I can literally add to my resume. I got the woman with the wig, the one that was on They Ready, Netflix, the one that got a iHeart podcast going toe to toe with Wiley. You want that position with Charlamagne. You want that position, but you sound dumb because now I'm on your neck because I'm gonna email Charlamagne and I'm gonna say, Charlamagne, why would you have Flame Monroe working on, and it's going to be on an article. Team members, write this down. I know you in the bushes. I need y'all to write this down. How are you going to have Flame Monroe on your network, on the Black Effect Network? She's sitting on the same platform with a woman that's trying to get you thrown in jail for the R word. She is funding the woman that is accusing Charlamagne of SA and all the R word. So I'm gonna turn up the heat. You don't know who you talking to. Let me bring up her victim. Let's bring up Charlamagne victim that got a lawsuit with Charlamagne, and let's put the person that's on his network on the docket. She's sitting there laughing with the woman and going to her comedy show, allowing that woman to open up for her comedy show. You ain't no friend of Charlamagne when you got Charlamagne, you on Charlamagne ops that's boosting up Jessica Reed, put a bug in her ear to file the lawsuit. She filed it because of Tasha K. And I'm a call into the Breakfast Club. You don't know who you dealing with. I'm not going to rest until Charlamagne remove you from that podcast. Because you need to be removed because you ain't no Black Effect. You hanging around a black person that's trying to take down your boss, you hypocrite. Send this to Charlamagne the God. I'm going to make it my business till he remove you. You ain't no ally of the community. You called me the S word and the F word. Let's send that to iHeart and see what iHeart got to say. How you supposed to be an ally of Charlamagne when you sitting on Tasha K show when Tasha K putting an allegation out on Charlamagne? Think the world forgotten about that? If they did, one of the troll is going to remind them. And we're going to put the phone numbers of everybody, all your bosses' phone numbers and emails so they can email and say, this woman is hanging with Tasha K, and Tasha K, last time I checked, is trying to take Charlamagne the God down. And you on her podcast laughing, eating it up, drinking her wine. Why you ain't out there? You spending all that business. Why you ain't out there promoting your Laugh and Learn podcast? Because ain't nobody laughing and ain't nobody learning. What can they learn about? How not to dress? They ain't learning about nothing. And the reason why they probably if they did remove Jess Hilarious, maybe because she was going against the trans community. I don't know. Because again, when you deal with media people, they do stuff to go viral and then they'll book Jess Hilarious to go get a public statement. I mean, they'll book Jess Hilarious, like, okay, just you got the job, but we gonna make it a storyline to increase our numbers. So we don't know until next week because we got to see what Jess Hilarious got this, what's her follow-up message. Because I haven't heard no follow-up message yet. So again, because I find it real strange that Charlamagne trying to act like he don't know what his bosses are doing. Stop trying to goop the people. Well, DJ, I just don't know what was going on. We had retoting hosts. I'm tired of retoting the hosts and having people in the seat. Who gonna replace? We need 3 people. We know Angela Yee can't be replaced, but man, I'm just tired. I'm not even left. Baby, you know everything that's going on. You 50% of owning Black Effect Podcast. You own 50%. I are on the other 50%. You know what's going on, baby. Can't nobody even poop without you having sources all up through there. Sit down. Stop it. You acting like you dumb and people eating it up. Oh, just hilarious. I don't think that woman, honestly, I don't think that she just ran with that. Somebody told her, and maybe she's a pawn of being played in a storyline. But we shall see. I'm here for the storyline. I'm here for like everybody else. I'm here for everybody else. But I find it very strange that 2 people that have been working with IHOP for over 10, 12, 13 years is trying to act like they don't know who the third person is. And if that's the case, then that's on them. But we shall see in the future. Because again, we shall see in the next week or 2 who's going to be holding that spot. Okay. Now, if they don't give it to Just Hilarious, then I don't care because it's not even Black owned, to be technical. It's white. It's a white owned conglomerate. So whoever gets it, whoever the white people decide to put in that seat, that's who they're going to put in the seat. It's not Black owned. So whoever gets it, gonna get it. Whoever don't. But I feel like Just Hilarious should get it, and let me tell you why. Because Just Hilarious have been putting in the work. She really wants it. It's difficult trying to be a comedian. That do you know how many shows you have to do? Do you know how many sets you have to do to make ends meet as a comedian, baby? You got to work. You got to hit. You got to do 2 shows, sometimes 3 shows a day to make your money. Do your 45-minute an hour set. You got to do 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, 2 shows on Sunday to make your bread. And you got to do that every weekend to make your bread. And then when Uncle Sam take out, your manager take out, baby, you working. You working. That's why people like that flop old senior citizen comedian. That's why she got to do YouTube, podcasts, sell lip gloss, wigs, Viagra, brass knuckles, audible books, reality shows. You got to have about 15 jobs because this job alone ain't paying you. Only ones that's really making it and that really can do about 1 or 2 specials are good is the big ones, the legends, the Dave Chappelle's, the Chris Rocks, the Kevin Hart's. Baby, she ain't on that level. This is all she got to do, 2, 3 shows. While she worried about me being an unpaid employee, she still got to work in this place in hopes that they come and hopes that she get her money. This got to be a rude awakening for her. This is where she have to perform. And that's why she mad. And if she don't agree with it, then stop responding to me. Because I ain't going to stop talking about you. I'm bipolar. I'm just getting started. I'm having fun. You the one that's upset. My unpaid employee ain't going to never be on TGIF. You a liar. If the right white man want to see me on TGIF, I'll be up on TGIF. Stop playing with me. If the white man that want me on TGIF, I'll be on there. Period. And they don't even have to tell Claudia or get an approval from Al because they are the employees. They're not the boss. Baby, 1 phone call. They can call me right now. Hello, Mr. Wiley. We want to book you on TGIF. Do you want the job? Yes. I'll be right up on there. Now, they may be pissed. Claudia may be pissed because I drug her about her feet. She may be mad, upset, but either she going to do it or because she can't just leave because she'll be sued. The right white man that owned Tubi, he give me a phone call and say, brother, I want you on the show. And I'll be right up on there. And ain't nothing they can do about it but just be mad. Flame Monroe. Didn't Funky Dineva say, I want to say your name direct. Did he say you would never be on Fox Soul? And guess what? You was up there with that wig. Come on. Stop playing with me. Stop trying to speak for them white folks. You don't know what they gonna do and who they gonna book. You don't know. Didn't Funky say you would never be on there? And you bragged and said, I guess today is never. Ain't no worry about it. You don't know where the person gonna end up at. You don't know who they gonna book. We talking about it today. And this is my show. And then people say, you got to kiss people butt. I don't want to do it. I'm happy where I'm at. Baby, I all what they have, I can get it. Stop begging these people. We have one brother that was in Hollywood doing all that butt kissing, begging. Let's put him back on the screen. Begging them white folk. Begging. You know what happened to him? He got his heart broke. As long as you was doing it in your house, in your room, getting your cash apps, your super chat, you were just as happy. Soon when you thought that I can make it to the mainstream, you got a rude awakening of rejection. They didn't give a damn about them numbers. They didn't give a damn about them veneers. They didn't give a damn about your eyebrows got cut. They said no. He was hurt. He was hurt. Baby, you can kiss people butt and still don't get the job. People been kissing butt in Hollywood for 50 years. They ain't been on a movie, never. You can kiss butt and still won't get it. You can massage their ego, baby, until they come out of each temple. You still won't get that job. And still broke. You'll come out better building your own platform. Build it. Then you have more leverage. Then they be like, oh, okay. Look at Wiley. Okay. Look at Armand. Okay. Then they will have to come to you. You got leverage. They just can't play with you because you know the business. You know the game. You built a company. The problem is some black people try to get a shortcut. They think the grass is greener on the other side, and it's not. Not all the time. Go and build it yourself. Go and build it. Get your own website. You don't need to beg to be on the Shade Room. I got tired of begging to be on the Shade Room. Sit in the neighborhood, tired of begging. They told me no. They gave me their butt to kiss. Hollywood Unlocked blocked me. So I created my own entity. Waller the Troll. I create my own. You told me no. You said I ain't shit. One person said directly, you look like shit and smell like shit. I said, well, kiss my ass. I create my own, and it's going to be better than what you have. I ain't going to tell you the blogger that told me, verbatim, that told me to kiss their ass. They ain't going to never post me ever. As long as they got breath in their body. I said, well, ain't used to me begging no more, sitting on them emails. I'm going to create my own. And these people that I never drag. I said, let me create my own. Create my own. Create my own website. Create your own. Baby, just create it. Because you sit and beg these people and they will break your heart. My heart was broken. So either A, drown in your sorrows, or B, build your own stuff. You don't have to necessarily, if you know, hey, I'm going to start on YouTube, but I'm going to build my own app. I'm gonna build something like a Tubi situation. But you know, you don't have the Tubi funding, so you have to start out small to grow that. Then you get to those doors. You may have start on YouTube. That's a great start. And thank God for that lane. But then you build on that and it's like, okay, let me build an app. What was the guy in the gospel community? It was a guy in the gospel community. I can't think of this man's name. He does gospel skits. He does gospel stuff. He created his own website. He created his own website. And when he created his own website, it was a gospel show. It was literally a gospel show. And I can't think of the man. He does number gospel stuff. He's a gospel comedian, gospel commentator, gospel something. I mean, a gospel. I mean, oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. But anyway, he created his own app, a subscription paid model. And he created that model and he's getting paid subscribers. He's getting paid like whatever subscribers he gets the money. He just pays taxes and the rest is his. So, but he started out on YouTube. He literally started out on YouTube. And now he's doing something great. He's doing something. He have his own company. He's doing something great. So I think that's a great move. So it's so many other people that that do so much entertainment stuff that they create other things, right? So for people like Armand and myself and others, be thankful for YouTube, because at one point that didn't exist. And actually it was harder for people to make it on YouTube 10, 12, 13 years ago than now. Back in the day, it was difficult to make it on YouTube because you had to do pre-recorded videos and hope that they find you. And it wasn't no money. They have to invite you to be monetized. So now, because of the algorithm, because of the tools, and because of AI, and because of technology, it is easier to have a platform to have a platform on the internet. It's easy now. It will still work. It's work, but it's, you got tools to give you some help, I would say. You still got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? You still got to work for it, but it's easier. Because how do I know that? Because I am a living witness of that. Hello, I've been on this forever, and it was difficult to crack it, to get an audience, just to get an audience. I ain't talking about to get 300,000. I'm just to get 50 people to watch you. So now we get that, quadruple that now. So you got to continue to do it. So we're going to encourage anybody. But I just think that brother, he still got to learn how to take criticism. You got to learn how to get dragged, because I get dragged daily, baby. I get dragged daily. Baby, I get dragged daily. You know, the Bible said you reap what you sow. If you out here throwing out rocks, baby, they going to throw some rocks at you. And if you can't handle it, then you stop giving out that energy. How many women have Armand Wiggins dragged? How many women have I dragged? So I can get mad when a woman, I can get mad, but you know, I don't drown in your sorrow. Do what I do. Okay, you did that. Okay, let me study you. Okay, let me clap back. Like I did at Flame Monroe. She got a lick in and I'm finishing it. And she can't handle it. Maybe her equipment is bad. She performed in front of 20 people. And I'm going to hit you. I'm going to study you and I'm going to hit you where it hurts. Baby, you performed in front of 20 people. I've seen YouTubers did meet and greets with more numbers than that. And you, a 65 established comedian. Stop playing with me. And you're still addressing me. So the more you still want to address me, the more I will knock on your door. Now, but you got to be able to take the criticism and still entertain. Like the more they, especially if you're a roast show, if you like to drag, you should welcome that energy, right? You know, and then sometimes I can be the baby face. Sometimes I could be the antagonist. Sometimes I could be the bad guy. Sometimes I could be the baby face. The baby face is a good guy. So it all depends, you know, what you want to do on YouTube. And if you don't want to do this commentary sector, like a viewer told me, there's plenty other sectors. It's the it's the sector of the makeup sector, traveling sector, political sector. It's so many other sectors that you can do. And babyface is a wrestler. Like if anybody is a wrestling fan, they call the good guys the babyface. That's what they say. Most of y'all are not wrestling fans. But if you're a true wrestling fan, you know what a babyface is. That's pretty much the good guy. And if you're a heel is a person that is like the bad guy. Like they're a heel. I can play a good babyface and I can play a good heel. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? They said, Wiley, oh, my real child have enough followers forever. I need watch hours. I'm going to go live and face my camera. And okay, well, don't just say it. Do it. You got to do it. It's no use to you keep saying it because some of y'all be saying the same thing. I'm going to do it. I've had plenty of people that I met that took my, about 3 or 4 of them, and none of them post on YouTube. They have paid their money. I think I was doing like $200. I get on the phone with them, give them strategies, and baby, they ain't posting out one video. I guess they just wanted just to pay me the $200 just to get on the phone and just to talk about, just to have me on the phone talking. Because then when I look a year later, almost 2 years, they didn't post nothing. They didn't post. That's I just guess they just wanted just to get on the phone and talk. I guess because I'm like, wow, I did all that, and I didn't get mad because this is why I paid, because I did that before, giving people free sessions, and they never did anything. They never post nothing. So I'm like, why waste my energy? So and they paid, and they never did anything. I checked their YouTube channels, nothing posted. The last student that got on the phone with me for a YouTube consultation, it was about 9 months ago. It was literally like 9 months ago that they posted a video. Okay. It was literally like 9 months ago. So you got to understand it. I guess they just wanted to hear my voice. I don't know. You have to ask them because they paid the money, but they didn't do nothing. Didn't post, didn't do this. And then I checked in on one of the sisters. She said, well, I don't want to do it no more. I never really didn't want to do it. I thought I wanted to do it, but I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I'm glad I told her in the consultation, I'm like, don't you buy that camera. Don't you buy the mics. Don't you buy that new computer. Because if you're not going to do the show, then you didn't waste it that. And she said, man, thank you for telling me not to buy all that equipment, because she gave up with the 2 days. So there's no need to be buying a mic and this. I said, just do it on your cell phone and then upgrade from there. There's no need to be buying all that stuff, No. So, no, not at all. All right, let's move on. Now, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, I had to open up with that. Yeah, I had to open up with that. Now we got to get into Donald Trump. Now, first of all, I am a fan of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, to me, is one of the best to ever do politics in my 33 years of living. But I feel as though that it is a plot to take him down. I feel like it's a plot to take him down, and I feel like he plays into the plot. First and foremost, a lot of those civil suits, I believe they are really filing it now because they don't want him on the ballot. One of the biggest cases that I'm going to be watching is the Supreme Court decision to see if they're going to remove him from the ballot. If the Supreme Court agree with the Colorado Supreme Court, it will be bad for Trump if he's going to get, and it will be a crisis if you allow him on some ballots and don't allow him on other ballots. I personally believe that they should allow him to run for president. I personally believe that the president should be picked by the voters. I feel like whoever feels some type of way about Trump, if you don't want him in office, vote him out. Don't vote for him, right? Vote for the opposite, right? But trying to prevent him through the courts to not be on the ballot, to me that look like you're stealing the election. And it looks like you're trying to sway the public opinion, and it's not working. Because the reason why it's not working, because Trump is still leading in the polls. Now, on Monday, we will be doing a broadcast about the Iowa caucus, and we will be giving our opinion about who's going to win. Obviously, it's a bad storm in Iowa. It's going to be a terrible storm on Monday, so we shall see. But I will be watching the news and getting updates on the Iowa caucus because I want to see who's going to win in Iowa. Then I want to see who's going to win in Michigan, because that is what matters. Not the noise, not the media about who's leading the polls. What really poll is going to matter tomorrow is for those that's going to caucus for either Trump, Nikki Haley, or Governor Ryan. So those are going to be the three people on the ballot that A, B, or C, right? So whoever is going to do it, whoever's going to win, whoever's going to do this is going to depend on those three people. I believe that the voters vote. I believe that the voters pick. I believe it's up to the voters. I believe Trump, because he's ignorant and he's not a politician, he don't stay on speeches. He's not a person that you can give him a speech and he can stay on cold. He's just not, because he said something in a speech that really was going to harm him in the general election. I got rid of Roe versus Wade. I got rid of it. It was all me. With Democrats is going to use that and say, oh, you got rid of Roe versus Wade, so you took away women's right. You took away their right to have a pregnancy or to terminate a pregnancy. You did that? Wow. So that's going to harm them. But Republicans, they got something that they can run on. The border. Immigrants, illegal people have flooded the borders. Illegal people have flooded the borders, and they've broken our laws, and it was because of President Biden. And look what's going on in Chicago, New York. And that message is going to be effective the same way that message may be. And I believe that message, I believe that message is going to be powerful, because I have phone calls from Chicago, from New York, that Black folks is angry at President Biden. And then another thing President Biden is trying to do to try to help him in the general election, because he pretty much got the nomination. I don't see nobody going against him and actually have a chance of winning. He's trying to say, okay, I can cancel student loan debt. But the problem with that is that Biden didn't do enough. He keep trying to make a post. He keeps trying, no, baby, you cannot be trying to do a tweet. You got to be on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. You got to find conservatives that you were able to get their debt canceled. Then you got to find some Black folks you was able to get their debt canceled. Latino folks get their debt canceled. Any citizens, right, from each party, from the Republican Party, from the Democratic Party, you need to be doing video. Video matters, because it's the perception that you are doing something for the students with student loan debt and that you're counseling. And if you drive that home, and if you don't drive that home, people would say, he didn't do nothing about student loan debt, even though you did it for me. But you need to be putting people like myself on these programs or platforms to say, hey, I got my student loan debt canceled. You're touring around the country. You're going inside barbershops. You're doing commercials over and over. But when it comes to Trump, he's going to go on immigrant. That's his strong point, because he's going to say, when I was president of the United States, it was never this immigration problem. Not like this. I have a track record. When I told my department of my DHS, my Department of Homeland Security, my department, to deport. I was deport in chief. Trump said something. He said, yes, I will be a dictator for one day by getting out all of these illegals. So that strategy is going to be powerful, because Black folks are going to see it in their backyard. Black folks see it in the South Side. They see those people resting on their streets, sleeping in their schools. So now when he put this information out, now black folks are going, now Republicans can go to Chicago. Now Republicans can go to the west side of Chicago. Now Republicans can go to Brooklyn. Now Republicans can go to California because the people is requesting them to come because they're tired of the migrants. They're tired of the migrants. They're tired of them taking their resources, taking their food, taking their shelter. Even in Maine, I believe, they want to build give apartments and let them have free rent for about a year or two in Maine. That's crazy. Because what about citizens in this country? What about their free apartments? Y'all say y'all have a housing shortage for people, affordable housing, but y'all want to give free housing to people that ain't got rights? Come on now. That is going to work and harm Democrats. That's going to harm Democrats. And once Trump, if he stay focused on the migrant crisis and them illegals taking rights from Americans, he can win. It's no different when Biden, because Trump slipped up during the pandemic, made it a joke, didn't say it was real, it was fake news. Biden was able to show a president that cared about the science, that cared about people living, and he kept coming for him with the data. But now Trump got his pandemic, and it's called these illegals taking the rights of working class. And so those commercials, those black folks, those Fox News, those town halls that he can host in Chicago, it's going to be effective because black folks have filed lawsuits. Some parts of people in the East, West Side, some black people have filed lawsuits against the city because they do not agree that they're housing these people in their neighborhoods. So that's going to be an effective strategy for the Trump campaign if he stayed on message. If he pressed the gas, that is going to help Trump win this election. Only thing Trump got to do is let the black folks that's been affected by the migrant crisis and the white folks that's been affected by the migrant crisis or anybody else to do all the talking. Go get the Democrats and use their words, these Democratic senators and Democratic city council, pretty much the people on city council, because they're feeling the pressure. Just put their words in the video and apply that pressure. Put out flyers. I become president. Those people might go sleep on the street. I will bust them back to their country. You put that back, make it simple. See, Democrats like to make it very complicated. No, a very simple message. America first. I will ship them out your neighborhoods and you will get priority because this is your house. If he say that to black folks, you all built this country. How is it that you all came through slavery, Jim Crow, and another group is taking your rights where Dr. King fought for you to get? You just say that, make it simple, say that everywhere, and you will pull back some of that support from Biden. That's why Democrats is baking so hard to get Trump off the ballot. Because if he's on the ballot, they already know his strategy going to be the migrant crisis because the Republicans have planned this the long run. The Republicans are planning this, destroying institutions. They know how to play the game. It's all about power. It's all about power. And until you all wake up to that, do you understand? So that's why they're fighting so hard to get Trump off the ballot. Because Biden, he's going to look very weak on immigration because you can clearly see it was easy to have an immigration problem. They were just in Texas. Who cares? Texas, who cares? That's a Republican place anyway. Who cares? But when the governor in the wheelchair ordered his team to put him on buses and planes, This is no longer a Texas problem. This is an American problem. Because you see it in New York, you see it in California, and you also see it in President Obama's hometown, Chicago. Ain't that where Michelle Obama at? Don't Michelle Obama mama still live in Chicago? So that now it is no longer a Texas problem. You got people in Chicago dealing with the problem. And this is why I knew that the Republicans played this really well. I got to give them their credit, child. I give it a pat on the back. So they interviewed a sister that ran a nonprofit. And so they allowed her, they gave her notice, right? That we're going to ship buses, let's just say to DC. So she would call other nonprofits and say, hey, be prepared. You got about 2 buses that's going to come, let's just say Wednesday. But the Republicans, now it's close to the election, they said, no, we're not giving you free notice. We just busting them. We don't want the Democrats to know we coming. We want to catch them off guard because that's how we win. When they caught off guard, we want to bankrupt their city, bankrupt their state, bankrupt their county. So the Democrats, they said, well, we want to outsmart these redneck Republicans. Wait a minute. We gon' pass an ordinance that if the bus come, we're going to tow it, we're going to boot it, we're going to find it because you got to give us notice. And they said, we don't want to do notice. We don't want to act like we helping you. We want this to be a crisis. So you know what they did? The migrants in the bus, all right, y'all, get out. Well, they don't know where they at. They in shorts. They in all these type of suburbs of Illinois. All them type of suburbs, they just dropping them. And then people in the suburbs, never seen this in their life, people walking in shorts in freezing weather. They calling the police. Hey, we got Mexican people with babies and they freezing. They just walking on the street. The police is called. And now those small little suburbs or villages, they like, what the world? What? So they got to call the governor office. The governor say, okay, the state said, get them a train ticket and ship them to Chicago. And so then some people, they were running and they just was fleeing, trying to get warm. They all in the suburbs area. So now you got the people in the suburbs. Now they're passing an ordinance and say, you can't come here. So now they're shipping them in deep parts. This is not funny. Oh my God, it's not funny, child, but it's funny to me. Baby, they said, okay, we'll ship them in Joliet. Joliet said, no, okay, we gonna ship them in deep parts of Illinois. Okay, we just gonna drop them off at a gas station and keep going. It's not funny. Oh my God, I don't want to laugh at this. This is truly lives at stake. But I'm laughing because these Republicans don't care. They want power. Baby, these Republicans don't care. They already shipping them to D.C. They want power. And they want it by any means necessary. And it's so easy to ship them and everything. And then this the gag. Baby, I was gagging. When I woke up, because I'm subscribed to the Chicago Tribune. So I'm subscribed to Chicago Tribune, Chicago Sun-Times, Dallas Morning News. I'm subscribed. I want the conservative viewpoint and I want some liberal stuff. So I get an update. Breaking news. Texas chartered a private plane to the airport. So he said, okay, y'all coming for the land? We gonna bring them in the air. He brought the migrant, chartered a private plane. And then I said, well, let me go back to the Texas news. Let me see what they said out there. Baby, that governor got that chair. I have ordered my team to put them on planes, and we're going to send more planes. What about our update? We're not a sanctuary city. We're just going to bring them to Chicago. Didn't Chicago say they're a sanctuary city? We're offering them some sanctuary. We're not a sanctuary city. But, sir, what about Mayor Johnson, sir? He said that you're not giving them any warnings or any. We don't get any warnings when they're coming. We don't know when they're coming. Mexico don't tell them that they're coming. They just get here. So why should we give them common courtesy and Biden don't tell us when they're coming? All right, sir. He get in his wheelchair and he get to rolling. And he go back to the war room. Okay, charter 20 more planes. And so that's why Chicago is going through what they're going through. It's all a strategy for the election. It's all a strategy. And it's to make this man to get reelected. See, while we focus, it's a strategy because Texas have been dealing with this forever. But because they found out that they want a Republican and they couldn't get the Democrats on the jobs, on the economy, because according to the data, the unemployment rate is about 3%. So we can't get the Democrats on it. Okay, the economy, according to the data, even though inflation is high, we can't, it ain't really hitting. So what can we do? We got all these migrants. How about we bus them to these sanctuary cities? Okay. Well, let's try it. Okay, we did one thing. Wow. Okay, let's do it more. Because at first, Texas was letting people know, hey, we coming. They was letting this nonprofit know. And the lady was a whistleblower. She came out and said, hey, I let go. I stopped working with them because they no longer allow me to give these other city notice. And once she said that, that just validate my point because this is a strategy to make him win in 2024. Now, Biden could have did much, but he gave the Republican a way to pick up traction, and it's working. Baby, I have seen some some Democrats that never talked like a Republican publicly. They are now saying on many different levels, we should vote Chicago and go against a situation. We should put it on the ballot and let the voters pick to throw away the sanctuary city. But because Democrats couldn't get it together, and because Biden said what he said, and because they didn't like what Kamala Harris said, because Kamala Harris said it verbatim, please do not come. Do not come. They got mad at that black woman because they always say Kamala Harris ain't been doing nothing. She went to the border. She did a press conference. She said, please do not come. You're not welcome. Don't come. What she said, I didn't think she said, you're not welcome. She said, please do not come. She was telling them. And because Biden got afraid, they silenced that black woman. And new Republicans say, now is the time to activate. Baby, they activate. Send buses. Send more buses. Boom, 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 boom. And it's been going on nonstop. Now Chicago and the mayor, he getting dragged because he found $85 million in COVID money. He ain't going to spend it for black folks in the city. He going to spend it for people that don't speak it. So he already know he didn't put a nail in his mayor, in his administration, because he ain't gonna get reelected because them same black folks are not gonna do it. And the Republicans, their strategy is not just for the White House. Their strategies is to take over major Democratic cities, major blue states. This is the prize. They want this to be the prize, but if this do not happen, we can take over Chicago. We could take over Illinois. We could take over New York. We could take over New York City because when you look at the data, these people barely won office, barely won. So their whole strategy, this is like a 10, 20-year strategy. It's a great strategy. We may lose this race with Trump. We may. But one thing that we will get in the next 3 to 4 years is a Republican in Chicago, in the city, and a Republican governor in Illinois, a Republican governor a Republican governor in California. They want that. That's beautiful bragging rights. So when the Democrats, they don't understand this because Republicans have been trying this forever and it worked. They took over so many state houses, so many governor mansions, and now the Democrats understand we just can't have a strong team on the federal level. We also got to have a strong team locally on the state. But because Democrats is still behind schedule, sleeping at the wheel, they have not got caught up with it. I don't really see their strategies being effective. I just don't see it. They had a point because they should have continued to let Kamala Harris say, don't come here. It was working. But then Biden got mad at that black woman because she probably spoke out of turn, or probably was approved. But you know how the president, you can't make the president look. She took that L. And she's been silent on the issue because, again, she cannot overstep the president. One time that she probably did that, she probably got tapped on her hand for saying what she said. So now it's such a American problem Now it's an American problem. But I'm not mad because it have always been a crisis for the border towns in Texas, though. Because when you go to Texas and go to the border and talk to those areas, they've been saying, we've been complaining about this for a long time. We can't afford to take care of these people. We don't have the resources. And Texas was like, we're tired of paying the bills of non-American citizens. So they said, now is the time that we send these people to northern sanctuary cities. Because they already know, y'all not really no sanctuary city. But since you put it in your law, we're going to test it to the full extent. And they test it. And it's working, baby. I'm here for it because it's all entertainment for me. All right, let's move on. And if I'm wrong, but I'm right. No matter how many times they put Trump in this courtroom, the migrants are still coming. And that is a strategy that they're going to continue. If Trump don't win, that's a long-term strategy, and it's working. I mean, it is already working because I feel the pressure when I cover City Hall is working. So, again, this is a strategy that is working. Now, let's talk about Damon Dash, right? He trying to cut the child support, saying he's not making money, and that, money is tight. He got multiple lawsuits, according to Claudia Jordan, multiple judgments. He's written properties. He's just lost it all. And according to my website, WileyTheTroll.com, we put an article out that he is requesting he's requesting a reduction in child support, saying that he only made about $5,000 last year. He only made $5,000 in 2023. So this is something, because a lot of people were saying, well, how can this be when you have all these programs? He had bad spending habits. He was a terrible businessman. He couldn't blame this on Jay-Z. Terrible spending habits. And you don't have Jay-Z anymore to fit the bills. Usually Jay-Z could help cover you and help pay this and pay that. No. And the reason why I say Jay-Z should help Damon Dash, because Jay-Z, you left that man high and dry. And so he's been depressed. And I think that he missed you. That's your friend. And you're supposed to help him. You helping white people at the NFL. So why not help Damon Dash and help pay his child support? I mean, he helped keep your secret of you impregnating an underage girl and trying to hide that secret baby. So why not pay the man child support? Pay him. Give him a $50 million loan. That's supposed to be your friend. Pay him. And I have to say allegedly that he impregnated an underage girl because allegedly, let me say allegedly, he have a son that is requesting Jay-Z take a DNA test. And the reason why he's refusing, allegedly, is because if it is true that that's his son, then his mother got conceived when she could not give an age of consent. Like she wasn't at the age of consent to conceive a child, especially by an adult. Because Jay-Z was way older than his alleged baby, his alleged son, mama. So I personally believe it. And of course, I got dragged. Why he should pay Damon? Because he should. If your friend got money and your friend in need and he helped you become the Jay-Z who you are, then you should pay his debt. You should pay his debt. And I'm just keeping it real. Your friend is in need. Where is you at, Jay-Z? You help Beyonce friends, probably. You help your side chick. You help the side chick, Becky, with the good hair. So why can't you help your friend that's in need? And this is a very sad situation because these guys, y'all want to go out here and get these babies, and y'all got money to protect, and then money get low, they still gonna go after you. Child support is something like that. They don't pray. They will arrest you if you don't pay that child support. They will arrest you in a second. So you can't play these games. They will arrest you. So I am hurt that he have to go through this financially, but you're going through it, right? And so let's see if Jay-Z can bail him out. Jay-Z, I'm calling you out, brother. Bail out your friend. Because when I read the article and I was reading because my team put it on here, I'm like, what? Because he already got he got a group that's going to come out, the Black Guns, as their, they got a collaborative album with rapper Freeway titled 365 is supposed to be released this year. So, but I'm thinking like he's 52 years old. And the thing about him, what gets me, he said, according to the filing, he is saying that his income went down to $428, citing his current financial predicament. He attributes his financial woes to the aftermath of COVID and delayed returns from his business ventures. So I don't know, man. Y'all gotta manage y'all money right, because you think when because you thought probably I'm gonna have Jay-Z forever, baby. You didn't. Baby, you should have cut costs. You should have stopped doing on risky investments. You should have got you some multi-unit properties, became a landlord. You know what I'm saying? Put your stuff in some safe investments, because you couldn't take all these big risks because you don't have a superstar like Jay-Z that a guaranteed income that could just some fluctuate of cash coming to you. Baby, you can't keep coming out there pretending and living this high expensive lifestyle trying to compete with the public that you better and you make more money than Jay-Z. You couldn't do it. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. No matter how hard you try, stop it. You're just gonna get in debt. You know what happened with that lawsuit? Probably Lee Daniels didn't pay it. Lee Daniels ain't got no money like that. He have to hope that the studio finances stuff. That's why he had to sue to get the money back from Lee Daniels. See, you be giving money to people and they don't pay you back. Baby, this ain't no time for you to be Santa Claus. You should have put some money away. This is sad that you 50-something years old, and according to this court filing, that you going broke. And that you saying to the people, if I'm reading this correctly, $400 or something that you have. That's crazy. Either you got a gambling problem, a yoni problem, side chick problem. That's sad. But I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too sad to the point with that because you had it and you blew it. But I'm telling to say that Jay-Z could be a speedboat for you, a rescue boat, not a speedboat, a rescue boat to you. Did he have a show on Fox Soul? I thought he did have a show on Fox Soul. What happened to the show on Fox Soul? What happened to the show? Probably got canceled. Baby, Fox Soul don't let that stuff stay on forever. You would have came out better doing them shows yourself. Like these people be talking about they so talented and they so popular. Baby, you'll come out better doing it your doggone show. See, y'all be depending on that. That stuff ain't gonna last long. That's temporary. Why do you think that these other people like Claudia and Al, they all get in their YouTube channel? Because they see the sinking ship. Baby, they know, like, okay, baby, you hearing whispers. And once I saw Claudia getting, I said, baby, she's the face. Like she's perceived to be the face. Baby, she's saying that this ship is sinking. And I think that you just got to get it together, man. I just don't know what is going on. You said you a boss, but that don't mean nothing if you a broke boss. That's what you told DJ Envy. You said you a boss. You told DJ Envy that you are a boss. It's sad. It's so very sad, man. So now you got to beg and plead the courts. And then sometimes, too, that don't necessarily mean he going, hold on, y'all. That don't necessarily mean he going broke because sometimes these dudes be getting tired of paying child support. They'll pretend to be broke. Sometimes they will pretend to be broke. That's sometimes, all right? Okay, y'all. Who else are we going to talk about today? Oh, now we rarely talked about this man. We talked about King Jives for the first time when this lawsuit first came out. And I got a lot of stuff to say about this. So I'm going to go to the restroom first. I drank all this water. I'm sorry. When you drinking water, baby, it goes through your system. Hold on, child. We got to talk about this bishop. All right. We got to talk about this bishop. All right. We're going to go to commercial break. And we're going to talk about this bishop. Be right back at 3:42 p.m. according to the website.
Okay, so here, and you'll see like a lot of places, a lot of bond places will not bond her out if she has a current insufficient bond.
Really? So what does that mean? So she will have to stay? What? Can you break that down for me? Because I'm not understanding.
So, I mean, there are some bondsmen that will work with that, and they'll be like, okay, cool, like, and they'll charge you an extra fee. It's not going to be cheap to get her out.
Really? So it's okay. So the $2,500, that's not really $2,500 or on your system?
Okay, so if her bond is if her full bond is $2,500.
Yeah, because I'm looking. Hold on, let me see. Let me go on. Let me look on the website because I'm just judging it on the website here. I say $21,500.
Okay, so at $21,500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Divide that by 10. $21.50. A lot of places charge $100 filing fee.
Okay.
So you're looking at $22.50 to get her out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she's insufficient with her bond, that means that she owes money to her bond company.
Oh.
So you're going to have to go, your best bet would be is to go back through the same bond company that she has, pay off the remaining balance, and then pay the bond that it's going to cost to get her out, because they might charge a little cheaper and take that charge off.
Wow, dude, I don't even know where she went, because this is like an auntie of mine. I'm just confused. I have my credit card my money ready. Wow, do you have any sense of where she was at previously or no?
No.
But you all for a fact can't bail her, can't do it at all.
Our bondsmen won't do it if they've had any insufficient bonds for the last 3 years.
All right. So we got to talk about Bishop. When I tell you we have to talk about Bishop Wayne. This is King. Wait, let me do this. Okay. This is King Jives. King Jives is a church commentator. Mama was arrested for fraud. He helped the feds get his mama in prison, right? Allegedly, according to Bishop Whitehead. Bishop Wayne is a pastor, leader of a church. He got caught in some controversy, and he filed a lawsuit against King Jives. King Jives was reading a letter of a white woman that alleged that she had a relationship with Bishop Wayne. But let's go back. King Jives called Bishop Wayne and asked him, is something going on? And Bishop Wayne said, no, nothing's going on, blah, blah, blah. And then some more information come out with some letters, right? I told you about the letters. King Jives called Bishop Wayne again, and Bishop Wayne started crying. Oh, I did it. It was me. I did it. I took that lady Yoni. I went inside that lady Yoni. I did it. And King Jives, but literally, according to Bishop Wayne's complaint, he's saying that it was off the record conversation, but King Jives ran to the internet and put it out there that Wayne was sleeping around with a woman, a white woman in the church, and one of his members, and a lot of Bishop Wayne members started leaving, sending King Jives messages and everything. So Bishop Wayne was like, I'm going to sue. He's suing King Jives for $175,000. King Jives is upset. He crying. He ain't got $175,000. Look what that's on top of his head. It ain't nothing but plastic from Family Dollar's Dollar Tree that he gets some super glue and he put that on his head. Because his mama, King Jives' mama, was a scammer. So, but the scammer, that hussy, is in prison cooking dinner for Big Bertha. So now I need y'all to like the video. Bishop Wayne doing it. King Jives went to Pedo Leverie, the one that, according to Levantre, violated a 14-year-old Levantre Andrews. So he went to Larry Reed and said, can you bail me out? Larry said no. Then the brother went to Larry Reed employee. They tried to raise $175,000, and they only raised $100. Only raised $100. King Jives came over here and said, can I come on your show and you help raise the money? I said, no. And the reason why I said no is because King doxed my personal private phone number and had his weird, heavy breath, stinky women call my phone. So I decided I ain't helping you. You put my number out there. You doxed my number to the world. So why would I help you on a lawsuit, player? You on your own. I ain't helping you at all. Unless you teach me how your mama was able to scam them homeless people and get them government grants. Then you teach me how to get them government grants to do all that scamming like your mama did, then maybe I'll help you. Till then, you on your own, player. So, Bishop Wayne, the one with that smile on his face, he's suing him. See, when you try to get into this church sector, and you try to be the TMZ and you try to be the man of righteousness, you do know his wife is still standing beside her husband. She ain't gonna leave her husband. They stood beside her. Even though some members leaving, he could get some new members. But guess what you got to deal with? A lawsuit. King Jives begged and pleaded Tasha K. Now, you know you bad when you got to go to a bald-headed liar, Tasha K, that's been sued for $4 billion and still running from the IRS. He went over there drinking wine, talking about an open case. And I go over there to the rhinos. They said, why this man talk? He got an open lawsuit. He shouldn't be talking. And I went to some of the I text Peaches. I text her because, anything I text her, she sent to Tasha. I said, Tasha K is wrong to interview that bald-headed man, King Jives, knowing that she ain't going to pay his legal bills. She lied to Levantre. Levantre was supposed to get a lawyer from Tasha. She was supposed to help with her good, high-power lawyer. She got the tea. Levantre couldn't even get on the phone no more. Now Levantre was running from a lawsuit, couldn't even defend himself in Larry Reed lawsuit. He got a $1,000 judgment. And now he on the show with Tasha, spilling the beans about the case. Yeah, he this. He's a B. He's this. He did that. Literally still defaming the man. Now, he did not sue you in the court of public opinion. He sued you in the federal court in Minnesota. He sued you in district federal court. Why are you trying to prove a point on a liar platform, Tasha K? Because the church, Larry didn't want to deal with it. Because Bishop Wayne, allegedly, they said, Larry, if you touch it, we'll sue you. Now, you got allegations. Bishop Wayne, see, one thing about Bishop Wayne, he's connected with some church people that don't like Larry. And Larry don't want Levantre being funded, so he stepped up out of it. See, this guy with this fake plastic crown, he don't understand. He did this because he got tired of Larry Reed getting all the clicks and views. He got tired of Larry Reed getting the church folks going, getting all them super chats. They praying and they fasting. They donating $8,088. So he said, I need to get back to the church sector and get to the mess. Because he tried to just talk about Kojic. They didn't get no views. The reason why Larry Reed got what he got, because he told the same stories that King Jive was doing. That's what Larry did. Baby mama dreamt this guy pregnant by Bishop so-and-so, apostle so-and-so. He would talk about it. But there was a reason why Larry Reed stopped doing that. Well, what was the reason? I'll tell you. The reason was he kept talking about these bishops, and one bishop he got on his payroll out of Georgia, and he had Phasia represent him, and he took $15,000 from the bishop. Then he had a non-disclosure. Then he went against the non-disclosure, started trashing the bishop. The bishop sued him, and Larry Reed lost and had to pay the money. Then he won an appeal. Then other preachers came. Then there was a meeting And them preachers, J-Ma, Pastor Brian from Newburgh, they said, listen, if you don't stop, we will sue you, lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. Preachers told Larry Reed, we will bankrupt you in the courts. We would bankrupt you. And Larry, he sat down and he stopped talking about the church like that. He went out there speaking in fake tongues. He went out there releasing fake gospel songs. He went out letting his daughter argue and fight with his mom. Argue and fight with his ex-wife. He started talking about his wife like to eat carpet. Women, carpet munch. You know carpet munch, you know a woman that like women, they call it carpet munch. My wife, she like a strap-on because he started talking about his wife like a strap-on. He started talking about playing in people's breadbasket. He started talking about celebrity gossip. Because I can no longer trash the church and expose them because they're coming after me with expensive lawsuits. And my audience ain't giving enough money like that. I'm trying to be rich. How can I be rich when I'm always in court? And King Jives didn't learn that. Now he's getting a hard lesson into that of the reason why folks don't like to expose the church dirty laundry, because they don't want to be dragged in no federal court paying no lawyers. Now let's get into the lie that Tasha does, the snake. Baby, Tasha set up on that platform, act like she's an expert in lawsuit, and she not. She lost every one of them. Yes, my lawyer said, make sure you hire a defamation lawyer that specializes in defamation and First Amendment freedom of speech. And my lawyers, they destroy, cease and desist. Baby, you got a judgment with Cardi B, interest, IRS debt. You ain't no expert. You ain't no expert at all. And the reason why King Jives is stupid, because he didn't even have his GoFundMe rolling on the screen. They ain't have his GoFundMe in the chat. 100,000 people watched that video, and he didn't even post his cash out. Ain't that dumb? And the reason why they didn't know who he was talking about, because Tasha K didn't even put that man picture on the screen. Why wasn't Bishop Wayne picture on the screen? You were talking about Bishop Wayne. Why didn't you put the woman that accused him of sleeping? Didn't put that on there. Them folks didn't know what y'all was talking about. They gonna watch for the salaciousness. Because Tasha knew I'm not putting Bishop Wayne's name in the title. I ain't about to get no other lawsuit because I ain't got it. But I done already told Bishop Wayne about that video. I sent to his office. Go after him. Go after him hard. Teach him a lesson. Oh, and I told Bishop Wayne, and I said to Bishop Wayne's team, I'm going to say it public. I want y'all to watch my show. I want y'all to go after King Jives on the behalf of all the homeless people his mama have scammed. I want you to do it on behalf of all the homeless people that was scammed and that was taking the life out of because of King Jives and his mama wicked ways. So I want you to bankrupt him. He won't be able to go buy another super glue to put that fake crown together. Take it all. And if it wasn't out there freezing and snowing, I'll go to Bishop Wayne Church. I want to put on a shop. I might just shop right now. Let me just go and get the little shout here. Take it all. He should never dox my number. He messy. Messy queen, messy bottom. Nothing but a messy bottom. He the weak. This the same man that went to Texas and started dragging VS, and they doxed him, and he started bleaching his eyebrows and his chin. He was cussing. He weak and messy bottom. And so one thing about a bottom, Bishop Wayne, you got to douche him with legal lawsuits. Douche him with some powerful lawsuits. Go after him. Break him. He ain't got no lawyer to defend that. He ain't got no lawyer. Talking about, I already talked to my lawyer. No, you didn't. You talked to AI. You didn't talk to some Google. Baby, Miss Pam, she ain't qualified to do no civil suit. She can't even represent you because she ain't no lawyer in the federal court. Baby, you didn't talk to Miss Pam. Baby, Miss Pam is a YouTuber. She couldn't make it in the courtroom. She ran over there like the lead attorney. Anytime you see attorneys coming on here on YouTube, it's because they couldn't make it in the courtroom. They couldn't make it in front of the jury. They wasn't making no money. They're making more money sitting down pretending that they're a legal expert. If they were such a legal expert, why they ain't in no high-profile law firm making $80 million a year? They barely made $5,000 and they on YouTube. Talk back to me in the chat. You ain't got no lawyer. Because if you did have a lawyer, you wouldn't have been on that show by yourself. You would have had your lawyer on that show. As many times I've seen people get sued and they suing the court or they're suing the city, they're suing the state on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Roland Martin will have the guest and their attorney. I've never seen Roland Martin interview somebody that said they have a lawsuit and you don't see the lawyer. If you say you got a lawyer and a good lawyer was since you doing the interview, we doing the interview. When I had an open criminal case with the state of Texas, before I hired this lawyer, I interviewed him and I was talking about the library situation. He DM'd me or text me or something. He said, stop talking about that case. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow and we'll talk about representing you, but you stop talking about that case because it's an open case and everything that you say on this video can be used against you in the court of law. So guess what I started doing? Mute. I didn't even do sign language about the library. I just was muted. I went muted. I didn't resume, start talking about the library until everything was closed, paid off, on probation. Then I started talking about it. Having fun isn't hard when you got a library card. Having fun isn't hard when you got a library card. Having fun isn't hard when you got a library card. Hey. Then I started saying the library is still standing. Once it was paid, no more probation, everything in the clear, I could talk about my testimony. But this man with this fake, twisted, stupid crown, I'm glad you in that lawsuit. I'm celebrating it. Because you had a chance to join me to go against Larry Reed with your god brother. You didn't give me that god brother information, so I'm glad you getting sued. Good. And yes, when y'all have y'all court hearing, I'm going to be on the front row with my sweater, taking my notes. I already got on my glasses. I'm going to bring my googly cockeye behind with my Carmax on my lips, taking notes, reporting it back on this old nasty green screen, reporting the details of the lawsuit, of the trial. I'm going to report on it. You the one that had Bishop Wayne in your mouth. You the one that said Bishop Wayne was gay. You put it out there. You put it out there. You see, you could be doing a 3-hour broadcast. I was watching you were dragging Bishop Wayne. You call that man gay. Bishop Wayne ain't gay. Why would you call Bishop Wayne gay? Where your evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's the lubrication? Where's the douche kit? Where is the man? Who was the top? Where's the video? We just can't take your word. Your mama is a whole prisoner. You're the last one I'm listening to. You put out a rumor that this man was gay and bragged about it, and you got sued. You thought he forgot about that? So, Bishop, I support that law, so I stand with you, man of God. Sue him. Take it for everything he got. Take it. Snatch it. And see, if you really was a true fan of Tasha, if Bishop Wayne confessed, you should have recorded it. Dummy. You recorded your mama and worked with the feds to get your mama in prison. Why you didn't record Bishop Wayne if he said it? You mean to tell me you've been blogging since you've been outed as a Kojic download preacher? You mean to tell me you didn't record the bishop on the phone? You weak. Weak and stupid. You get on the phone with Tasha K. Anybody of substance on the phone with Tasha K, you record it. Baby, she got you right on the phone. Yes, this is Tasha. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. Oh, yes, this is off the record. Yes, I understand. Oh, yes, I'm in the restroom with some Pangea wash. Who cheated with who? Yes. Okay. Well, yes, this is off the record. I'm not even worried about it. I'm out. I'm outside in the hospital with my son. He's hooked up to tubes. He had an attack in the Congo. And she record. At least she got that much sense. You ain't got no evidence, none recorded. Only thing you got is a Section A, low budget, food stamp crown. You thought you had a friend in Bishop Wayne. And he is suing you in that fake crown. You don't even have no strong base to financially support you in this lawsuit. At least Pedo Reed got an audience to pay to fight for him in court. You ain't got that. Your GoFundMe only got $60. You did all that lying on Bishop Wayne, and your whole Crown family only paid you $60. That ain't even enough to take Olga out for lunch. In order to take Olga out for lunch, you got to have about $600 because she got to eat big, thick crab leg, big, fat steaks with extra butter. About 50 pounds. About 50 pounds of vegetables. You only made $60. Stop allowing your people, your subscribers, to boost your head up because they're going to dump you when it's time for the war. You got dumped because you don't have a solid foundation. That's your fault. And now you got to deal with the drama. Now you in the courtroom and you upset. Man, crying. You can't even dish right. You paint guys in Florida, paint them. You don't even you can't even get on your knees and lick right. You need to take a class from Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk. So that's your fault. That is your fault. You did that. When you got that cease and desist, you should have deleted the video, should have left it alone. You wanted to continue. That's your stupid behind. That's you. That's you. You picked up that traction. You was interviewing former members. You was reading messages. You were doing it and bragging about it. Laughing about it. Period. You didn't do what fucking Aniva did. Send him a cease. He deleted it. Moved on. You didn't do what Angie did. They sent her a cease and desist. They moved on. They recanted, apologized, moved on. But you kept it going. And guess what? Now you got to pay Bishop Wayne $75,000 plus his legal fees. I don't feel sorry for you. You should have just took down the information. You dumb. You send me a cease and desist letter? Okay, we're going to remove it. Moving on. Why would I fight it? That's dumb. I didn't see Angie fighting with the Shade Room. They apologized to 50 Cent and they moved on. He sued them. They moved on. No story. So when you defend and try to fight it, for what? You lost. Take that L. But to put salt in the wound, you went on Tasha K that was found liable of a $5 million in the millions in debt. She have so many lawsuits. Why would you get on her platform? Because you thought she was going to raise some money for you. You're getting the same amount of views before you even went on her show. It didn't win because most of them folks don't want to see no man with them big, thick eyebrows and that fake crown speaking in fake tongues talk about the church sector. They is a fan of Tasha. They are not going to all come follow you. You dumb as a box of rocks if you believe that. If that's the case, why didn't you grew another 100,000? Because they don't care nothing about you. Because they don't even know who a Bishop Wayne is. Do you hear me? That ain't no Bishop T. Nothing against Bishop Wayne, but he's no Bishop T.D. Jakes. He's not the one that's swallowing up. Prophet Messiah, Prophet Manassas, Bishop Naza. So they don't know who that man is. That ain't no Bishop T.D. Jakes. No offense to Bishop Wayne. You know, none offense to you, Pastor, but you know Bishop T.D. Jakes. You know Joel Osteen. You don't know Noel Jones. And he even tried to defame Noel Jones. Anyway, but you know it all. You older than me. Your mama in prison. Anybody should know how to avoid the system should be you because you helped the authorities get your mama in prison. That's why she eating 3 thick sandwiches and spoiled milk for dinner. Let's go to the phone lines if y'all want to call in. Let's go to the phone lines. I know this, you never heard of this man, but hey, we got our hands in every pot. And I said, hey, we're going to talk about it here on the Wiley Show. If you got any thoughts that you want to give at this appropriate time, we said we were going live today, and we did because, again, I'm so glad that I went live today. Even though it's Saturday, I said, hey, I'm still going to entertain the people on Saturday. And then on tomorrow, I'll be with my members. All right. So if you want to call in, the number is 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. His mama did fraudulent behavior, had the people signing up. She was getting grants and money to feed the homeless, and she was taking that money and pocketing and buying purses and buying King Jives cars and houses and clothes and underwear and condoms and dish kits and gold and lubrication. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wally. Yes, I remember you touching on that story with King Jives and his mama.
Facts.
They got the grant, and she stole. Well, it's actually, to my understanding, allegedly he stole the mama, and he stole the money, and then he blamed his mama.
Facts.
So the mama is doing time for him, allegedly. So how dare him not take the blame, and he do the time for his mama? Ain't that a coward?
Yeah, I think that's a huge coward move.
I would have took the charge from my mama.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. And when I got the phone call,
because he had something to do with it as well, because I'm sure he took some of that money as well, man.
Facts. Of course he did. Does not be stupid. Because Bishop put it out there. Bishop, what was the name? Bishop Whitehead. I remember that.
Mr. Whitehead and Daryl Moore.
Bishop Whitehead and Daryl Moore put the information out there. And so, but I think King Jives, he really took this Bishop Wayne story because he got tired of losing in the ratings to Larry Reed. Larry Reed
Because
took,
in his live, while he was begging to get to 100K subs,
yes,
he was doing anything necessary.
right,
And look at it now in a lawsuit.
right. And he got the 100K, but do he got $100K dollars in the bank? See, people chase that.
Absolutely right.
That don't mean nothing, because if that's the case, why your 100,000 people ain't donating your 100,000 to fight this lawsuit? Because that don't mean anything. That's just bragging rights. But why your GoFundMe at $60?
And that's a shame.
We was able to
It
pay
is
back.
a
We was
shame.
able to pay back 30,000, and we didn't want no crown, no suits. We ain't speaking no fake tongue. And my people donate that, and we didn't even have 10,000 followers.
And he's selling that crown. Larry Reed bought a crown.
I just having a crown and having a raggedy, stinky life don't mean a thing. Your crown is built on filth. Because a person that got a crown know how to maneuver strategically in this world. He didn't. The man is sued. And anybody know, if you got a lawsuit, you ain't gonna be talking about your strategy in your lawsuit on no interview.
Exactly.
That make Bishop
Tasha K
Mayfield to go out
Tasha K ain't
water.
doing nothing but getting a quick interview off of you.
Yes, and she
Fool.
would leave you hanging like she left Larry Reed victim hanging. She left that man hanging. He really thought that Tasha K, Levante really thought that Tasha K and Bishop Whitehead was going to be on their side. No, we got an article that's to come out about Bishop Whitehead on tomorrow. If it don't come out tomorrow, it's going to come out Monday. Baby, people will leave you hanging, and they did. So that's the thing that's going on with King Jives. Baby, you just picked on the wrong thing, and you did not have the finance. I could talk about Larry all day because I knew he wasn't going to sue. Because people going to say...
You just have to keep it on Levante. What Levante said.
What Levante said. So it'd be hard to sue when Levante said it.
Don't be no fool like Daryl Moore.
Don't be no fool. And what messed up
and
what messed up Daryl Moore, he started pulling up. I ain't pulling up nowhere. Baby, you had to. He kept pulling up. He could have interviewed. He pulled up. He started threatening that man's family. So you gave that man ammunition. I don't got to do nothing. I'm on my show. I'm going to tell you what Levante said. He said this on this interview, this time here. His mama was up with weave on. His brother said this. This is it. But with Daryl, he said, I'm going to get my Glock. I'm going to pull up.
And he really drove past that man's house.
He drove past out. He bragged. He was streaming it. He was streaming it. That was what hurt Daryl. As long as he was talking about Levante.
That was the only thing that messed up Daryl, because Daryl was on a good path.
And he had a lot of views too. You remember that? Thousands in the chat. He messed it up. He did too much. He started pulling up, and what did Larry do? Allowed him to crash out. And Larry had an opportunity, and he crushed him financially. He crushed him financially. I mean, he crushed him. He got in court, and Daryl said, only making $1,000 a month. Larry, he couldn't pay the lawyer. This is not funny, but sad. He couldn't pay the lawyer. The lawyer was telling the judge, please take me off this case. I want to get off this. Right, because he got the money to pay me. He did all that talking, and he couldn't even afford to pay for his cigars no more. Like, that man had something good. He was a cigar vlogger, and he got bankrupt. He can't even talk about Larry Reed anymore. The man got bankrupt, and they tried to get him sanctioned in court. He agreed to the deal. And your lawyer gonna tell you to sign it because he want to get this case over with, so he can go get paid clients that's gonna pay him, so he don't have to do this for free. Daryl could have fought that, but he was broke. And Daryl went on TashaKLive.com I was at work on my lunch break eating a Subway sandwich. He said, I couldn't fight no more, Tasha K. I ran out of money.
It's not funny, but
It's funny.
you know what I'm saying?
He bankrupt me. He bankrupt me. I ran out of money. He said that on Tasha K. Live. This is no joke. This is no gag. He said that on Tasha K in somebody's dark room while he was at work.
Wiley, I watched it. I know.
Okay, you watched it, baby, because I was watching that. And he's still in the darkness watching. He be trying to talk about Larry, and Larry be going to the court saying, hey, sanction him, put him in jail. Baby, that is so, this man, it's sad, man. It's just so sad. Because they were the one that sent the video.
But what happened to his 18? Because he had another crew over there called the 18.
Baby, that 18, they
got scared too, probably.
They got scared. Once they saw that lawsuit and they saw the process service going to that raggedy house, baby, that 18 said, we done with it. They don't even text, call, email. Baby, that big woman with no neck, she somewhere eating. She done. That guy with no line and no eyebrow, Mr. Tooth, he somewhere eating.
The bald-headed one.
Oh, they got disbanded.
No, but it's not a kiki, but it's a kiki now. You get what I'm saying?
It's a kiki now. But that taught me, like, don't do too much. Just stick with him. He had something right. You can call him a pedo because Levante said he was 14. Levante put it out there. His mother put it out there. His brother put it out there. And King Jives himself said, my God brother or godson was violated by Larry Reed. And allegedly they were saying the godson said that Larry Reed gave him the 3 letters.
Yeah.
And that's when he ran to go.
I was on your station head. I was there.
Okay, you was there. Okay, you was there. We got a witness.
I was there. And she was so happy to come on and talk to you, baby.
She was happy. And she said, are you recording me? I said, no. I said, no. Baby, they need to hear this tea. They need to hear what you saying about Larry Reed. And he spilled it. That's why Larry ain't helping him, because he spilled the tea.
But I want to know why did Larry buy that crown hen? Don't be fake and phony.
He fake and phony because anybody can buy that. Baby, he need lawyers. Buying a crown for $10 is way less than to be buying $75,000 or putting an attorney on retainer. These people, he got King Jives cited for buying him a crown. Baby, you need money. But what King Jives could have did, and they would have donated, I would have donated $6. I want to talk about what Larry did to my godson, to my god. He didn't even bring up Larry. So you deserve to go through this with Bishop, because Larry did not help you with Bishop Wayne. Why he help you? When the last time you seen him back on the Witch Show? Because they silenced him. They said, no, we're not helping this dude. Because if you keep...
Well, I got to team up with Bishop Whitehead.
Yeah. He could have teamed up with Bishop Whitehead, but he went against Bishop Whitehead because he was going to talk about that robbery. And he didn't know Bishop Whitehead is funny. He's a comedian. So, and he's from Brooklyn. He started talking about King Jives' mom. He already, you ain't never seen that prophetess, whatever her name. He called her Miss Piggy.
Oh, the one called Biggie?
Miss Biggie, Piggy, Biggie Smalls. Baby, you ain't seen her go back. And then Larry Reed, the sugar came out the I told you he like that. You called him the F. I told that high pitch, that sugar voice. And it was Bishop Whitehead that brought Levante to the forefront, brought him back. because Larry thought it was
Yep.
funny to make fun of Bishop getting robbed. And that's what they brought. Levante came back. And then Tasha got in contact with Levante, and the rest is history. And that's why Larry is praying that don't nobody fund Levante a lawyer. Fund Levante, like fund him. He's praying that don't happen. He's praying that Levante stay quiet and stay broke. That's his prayer for Levante. Because if Levante get money, and if somebody fund Levante, and this is the thing with Bishop T.D. Jakes, though. Because if I was Bishop T.D. Jakes, I will fund Levante, and that will silence Larry Reed.
100%. 100%.
Because that's,
But people need to send it to him because he probably don't know.
he probably don't know. And I need to take a trip to the Potter's House, but it's cold now. It's about to be an ice storm. I'll be right here watching the Potter's House. I get swallowed up by the word online. And then once this ice break, then I go tell Bishop T.D. Jakes. Because this brother, like I'm telling you, like, because he is bragging about, he said that Bishop T.D. Jakes is a, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm doing it in a whole nother video. But anyway, this story with King Jives, it's funny. It's funny because he did not have the money to fight back. He don't have it. Because if he had it, he will have a paperwork on order with a strong attorney. And don't no lawyer on God green earth gonna tell you, do an interview, talk about an open case. No lawyer gonna tell you to do that.
But I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised Tasha K interviewed him. Do you think he reached out to Tasha K for help?
Yes, he did. And he leveraged it. I'm going to send you some church stories because you trying to get into the church market for TashaKLive.com. And I'm going to interview you on YouTube. They said it in the interview. See, I watch interviews. I like to watch long interviews. But baby, when somebody posts an interview, if you're trying to get the tea and trying to report on it, you must watch the full interview in its entirety. You gotta watch it because you're gonna miss little nuggets. And when she said, "Oh, baby, you sent me some stories about," oh my God, my mouth dropped. That was leverage. He sent her some story. And what Tasha do? Kiss his butt. Oh yeah, you real big in the church. She gonna stroke that. She said the same thing about Larry. And what did she do to Larry? She attacked him.
Okay.
So, but what she do? She said it to me, but I had sense. I played her, still dragged her because I know you ain't that nice. Oh yes, Wiley, I love you. I love you, Wiley. Me and my husband watch all that. That could be true, but you don't ever Wiley.
Exactly.
You don't ever Wiley. You want somebody to do your dirty work. Soon when King Jives do something that she don't like, and if he try to see, she gonna put allegations on King Jives and say that he tried to touch her daughter in the studio. That's Tasha K. And everybody have fall victim to the wrath of the bald-headed Davo. I'm gonna say,
and I can't wait until she turn on that heifer that we.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's in the book.
That's gonna happen.
Now.
But this, I got something for that because she kept bragging. See, she telling to herself, I got a $250,000 deal with iHeartRadio. I said, oh, you on the Black and Fat podcast, Charlamagne own 50%. So should somebody write an article about how employees sitting with the ops? Ooh.
Because I mentioned that recently.
Yes. She just said something about Charlamagne and trash because she was talking about the whole thing. She
just all three of them.
Yes.
Charlamagne the God,
yes,
DJ Envy, and that hilarious girl, which is not hilarious to me.
Yeah, just hilarious. And she said that about her. So that gives me a bug. How about we bring it to the target that this woman is working with Tasha, Ain't that Charlamagne the God ops? Ooh. That is Charlamagne. Because anytime somebody put
and then it's still cool with T.S. Madison.
And still cool with T.S. Madison. And baby, I'm gonna apply the pressure. And one thing about T.S. Madison, when she saw my article that said T.S. Madison is under a criminal investigation, that woman went on that live and she said with them big white hands, I am not under a criminal investigation.
You got her spooked and nervous.
She was spooked and nervous. He said, I want y'all to know I am not under a criminal investigation. She was spooked.
Oh,
Cause that man said, baby, she was mad, and she said the cockeyed demon. You talking about Wiley? She was mad, baby. You think somebody watched that read that website? You crazy? Yes, they do. Cause I intended to. I know they gonna watch it. I know they obsessed with it, and they don't like it. And you just use their words. That man said that
you have to ask for going back to break down the video.
yes,
The old video.
and you that's why they don't like it. Just like this person with that wig and those glasses. She's saying a whole lot that it may add a little friction with Charlamagne and with Tiffany Haddish, because she said on TI, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I never was drunk behind the wheel.
And y'all better listen to Wiley, because Wiley says something about those kids. And today I was in the heifer bushes, and she said, because my team, I can't quote her, but she said something about the girl, the daughter girl, was like, she has an attitude or something, and she don't want to turn the Wi-Fi off. So it's something going on.
What's going on? I told y'all. See, if you keep listening, they gonna tell them, say, I'm not just saying this on my neck. This woman,
they talk too much.
If I'm just a random troll, you wouldn't give me that much power. Obviously, I'm saying something that's hitting you, because she responded, I haven't been to the Jeffrey Pub in 20 years. My unpaid employees. Then you want TGIF with that program, unpaid employee. She's mad. You ain't gonna never be on.
The kids have, the teenage kids are not happy with her.
They're not happy with her. If they was happy, why you don't see them kids on her platform? Why you don't see them doing the show on Coffee Time? Because they don't agree with the lifestyle. They take her in because she paying their phone bill, cooking them breakfast, keeping it warm and sheltered, but they don't agree with that lifestyle.
It's a social they had, basically.
Yeah, so I said what I said, and it's touching her because she's still responding to it. What you gonna talk about now? Somebody sent me a screenshot. She said, "What you gonna talk about now, unpaid employee? You ain't gonna never be on TGIF. I wonder if you gonna let the next week guest."
Well, let the table turn. You was only there for a week, and therefore you didn't do a good job. Because if you did a good job, Miss Honey, they would have kept you.
They would have kept you. They would have went on.
Darling, don't let me read her now, because I would read that for her. Because I don't see it for her, and I don't see it for T.S. Madison. Those are two late queens that's trying to be the it girls now. Baby, y'all already passed. Your expiration is coming up, darling. Because the girls, we don't see y'all. Y'all late, y'all not. In my eyes, and to the world, you guys are not. You guys are not icons. You guys are not legends. You guys are definitely not overseers, darling. The ballroom don't see either one of you guys. Catch the shade. Either one of you guys. Period. And it's a top for me. I said it. The icon from New York.
I agree. I concur with that. And this is why they're mad. And see, we're building something. Because my thing is, I may not never get accepted in Hollywood. When I go back to my thing, thank you, God, I never was accepted in the gay community. I brought a brother on the show. I tried to beg, let me do it. And God keeps telling us, stop begging these people. You Wiley. You got to create your own, baby. They ain't going to accept you. You too real. They ain't going to accept you. You don't got that look. Mm-hmm. You create your own, so it'll birth out
your own lane.
Create your own. I've always created my own lane. I never got accepted to do panel shows with other people, not even in the B sector. I was on my own 2 feet. Never got accepted on none of the. When they had the gentleman's panel, they didn't invite Wiley. I went on that one time with High Views. You remember that icon? It was some High Views.
And that was the iconic live.
That was an iconic live.
Iconic.
It was iconic. They was mad.
That QB. You got QB spooked and nervous.
They was mad. I got on that panel.
And Pastor Wilson loved the drama, and He fell out with QB, baby, because he knew it was numbers.
It was numbers. I brought the numbers in because, again, everybody, this is new. Oh my gosh, Wiley don't look like what we think is. This is new. Oh my God, I got to see Wiley. He's entertaining, and if he's a train wreck, baby, you gonna watch it. That ain't nothing bad. Talking about everybody like a train wreck. Well, okay, I'll be the train wreck. Watch, and that's what people want. They want to be entertained, but y'all be too busy trying to get somebody safe, and then your show be canceled. Your show go out of business because you can't keep playing it safe, because you can play it safe, so much safe, and then you go out of business. This is the even Roland Martin. I remember Roland Martin said, I'm not going to talk about celebrity gossip. I'm going to talk about politics only. Until Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Then you talk about celebrity gossip. So don't tell me, and to this day, he saw a shift. Okay, I got to talk about politics, and I got to talk about celebrity gossip. So stop saying Wiley.
And even he know how to troll you at times.
And he know how to troll me at.
Because I remember y'all was going back and forth.
Me and him was going back and forth.
And that was iconic too.
Iconic.
No shade.
Me and him was going back. So if you give me a chance, we can go iconic. If you want to take this, a good producers that's going to go to against the grain is going to give Wiley that chance. Somebody can say, you know what?
You know why it was iconic? Because I never tuned into Roland Martin.
Never.
Until you mentioned him and y'all was going back and forth. I was sneaking to see what was going on.
Yes.
There's no shade.
Come on. And so that's the thing, is like, Claudia, you need that friction. The reason why The View was so good, because you knew half of them didn't care about each other. Like the old View with Rosie, when she would get into it with Elizabeth, baby, there was the highest views ever. Because you don't need everybody kissing people, but it's gonna be boring. Somebody got to be the bad guy, and Funky Dineva was that person. He was. He was the show because he said the controversial things, and that drove conversation. Everybody on the show now, Al playing it safe, Claudia playing it safe. Wig, she can't really play it safe because her connection is not even safe. It's out of order.
Exactly.
And she made
it's outdated.
It's outdated. Now you got Funky Dineva said on his Instagram, he said the doors of the church is open Monday through Thursday. So any other guests that come on got to get the fire of the funk brunch. Then you got to get the fire of Wiley, because I'm going to agitate, entertain, because you got the funk bunch and then you got me. And you got to be strong to deal with it. Flame,
we here for the mess, and we here for it.
This is good entertainment. Again, I'm a mom and pop shop. I don't have a machine, so I got to act like I robot. I got to act like a robot. I got to have the spirit of a team, and because I don't have the corporation, I don't have that. I don't have it at all. I don't. But I got the mindset of a machine. At least you can say Wiley got heart. Like, I got heart. I'm going toe to toe with some big people. Even with Armand Wiggins. Let's go for a second. I'm gonna go my email. I want to show you all what Armand Wiggins posted, because this man is posting. He know I'm live, and I'm gonna show this tweet of what he posted. Give me a quick second. These people are watching, and I'm here for it. Feed me. I don't care if you hit feed me. I don't care. I take it. Man,
but while you look for that, I want to touch on Armand.
Go ahead.
All of a sudden, he want to go deep into his personal stuff now. No one cares. It's too late. I personally is not tuning in for that. don't try to gather more people to come into you now. You should have been there, done that.
You better know it.
In my humble opinion.
In your humble opinion.
Don't beg now.
And this is what he said. He said, quote, "Oh, by the way, the Armand Wiggins Show will be a thing of the past in the next few weeks. A new era is on the horizon." Now, this can mean one or two things. I'm about to abandon Armand Wiggins Show, join another corporation, Foxhole, or what's the other one? Not Zeus, the other one. That's not
TV?
Yeah, or that. But my thing is, baby, you better keep the Armand Wiggins Show. You
better keep.
You better not abandon the Armand Wiggins Show. You better not do that.
Like I said last time, he better pass the baton to the Wiley Show.
Yes, he got the pass.
Because those people just going to come on over.
Yeah, the people gonna come on because they're gonna come on with to be entertained, and this gonna be a win. Wherever his new horizon is, it's gonna be Wiley new horizon too. Because baby, I'm gonna get right.
And he better read those contracts, baby, because they're gonna spook you, baby.
Right.
And there's no tea, no shame. You better read that contract.
Right. I'm gonna be right there. Never too late, but anything. Some of you be to a tight as you. I'm gonna be right there on the train, baby. I'm gonna talk about it.
But the gag is she probably already signed the contract, and they probably spooked her already, baby. You better read those contracts.
He gotta have an entertainment lawyer. He better not have old girl no personal injury lawyer.
And that's no shade.
And there's no shade.
I got a feeling that they worked her.
Right.
I got a feeling that they worked her. She signed that contract already.
Right, because I want to see the change of the around. What other change? Change is good. Let's see if he can.
Well, Milagro today said that he's merging the card, the reading of the card, the witchcraft to his regular channel now. But my thing is, people going to leave. They're going to unsubscribe. They're not here for that.
Or they can still subscribe, but the viewers won't be there. They're not going to be in. Now, we can do the preaching because everybody say Wiley should do the preaching. It would work for Wiley. Why? Because I already give you that. I already give you that. This ain't nothing new. Mm-hmm. This ain't nothing new for the preacher.
It's not an add-on.
It's not an add-on. That's just me. But with that tarot cards, because he didn't start out with that, them black women ain't gonna do. He's gonna have to He's gonna have to bring white folks on his show. He got to do what Storm does: get white witches. He got to get some white folks. Black folks ain't gonna receive that. I'm sorry, unless you gonna get some.
You already said he was praising that white lady that predicted.
Yes, he did. He said, "I wish she taught classes." So we shall see how it's going to play out and with this new era, but he's going to have to get some people that's really into witchcraft, really into tarot cards, and he's got to go to New Orleans or to the south of Georgia. I'm talking about the people that's really into that, and he's going to have to really bring that to the forefront and get a new audience. He can't depend on his base because that base is only there whenever he's talking about female rap. When he's talking about female rap, they there, but they weren't even there as higher for him. Because one of my critiques, I want to help him because it helps me as a fan. When you're talking about lyrics, he got to do a little bit more production. I need to see the lyrics of that song, not you trying to quote the lyrics. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you're talking about a JT lyrics or Lotto lyric or Sweetie lyric, I need to see it on the screen. Let's see the lyrics on the screen. And Armand Wiggett, to be technical, he can pay people to do that. I just don't understand. Like, if you got money for Gucci boots, Prada, Gucci robes, you can't pay
Balenciaga.
You can't pay people $100 just to put the pictures and stuff up. $400, $150.
And look at Tasha K. She's doing it remotely.
She doing it remotely and still got that person doing the transition because that need to help him because what turned me off from listening to that video is when he had the lyrics. I'm not talking about playing the song. I'm talking about going to google.com lyrics or lyrics.com or whatever.
And have it on the backdrop.
And have it on the screen so we can see the lyrics of the song. That's what I'm saying because I didn't want to hear him try because he ain't quoting the lyrics right anyway. He don't know the song word for word like that. So it was.
And did you see him bang like, where's my charger? And that damn pop ran and brought him that charger. I'm surprised he didn't plug it in for him.
Yeah, because he's going. Armand Wiggins going through a lot, man. He's going through a lot, and I'm here for this new era of the show, just like it's a new era of the Wiley Show. But I didn't call it a new era. You just see it. Y'all didn't know I was going to be walking. Y'all didn't know I was going to be walking.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it.
It's because I learned that from Oprah. It's no use of telling the people, let it grow by word of mouth and doing it. You can show them better. You can tell them. That's simple. Like I would never tell you, hey, man, I'm doing stand-up. You don't need to know. Let it be word of mouth. But that's the thing with our mom.
Yeah.
Because when you say it's a new era, okay, people is looking for their new era. And if they just see you doing some tarot cards with that camera beaming down your head, the people ain't gonna receive that. And see, the thing is, the reason why this new era may not work if you do the tarot card, because he don't have the patience to do with 200 people watching. He don't have the patience for that. Seeing the video go
Man, that's crazy.
5,000 to go to 600 people. Do he have the courage to do that? Do he have the courage to weather that storm, to go through that storm, to go from having 4,000 or 5,000 people to 200, 103? Those were the numbers when he posted that on the Armand Wiggins show. He did not get 1,000 live viewers. Are you willing to deal with the criticism of the Wiley show when I go and I drag it? Can you weather that storm? Can you do it? Because I'm going to come hard against it. Can you weather that?
As you should, because that's your job.
And that's my job. So that's part of my brand. And he told, and see, this is the thing about Armand Wiggins, you guys. Before he got into this new era, he's on station. He said that's Wiley lane to talk about the YouTubers. That's his lane. That's a part, but I didn't stick with just the YouTubers because sometimes the YouTubers don't do nothing sick. They get dry. So I do politics, but if it's hot with a YouTuber, I talk about the YouTuber. If it's hot with a fly media with a wig, I talk about. When the last time we talked about Flame outside this week? Be honest.
It was a while ago.
It was a
very long time.
So when she's in,
and because of Wiley, that's who she should be praising you and thanking you.
She should be praised.
And there's no shade. It's not being shady.
It's not being shady. At least she can say the name. She afraid to say the name because she said it. I don't want to send people away. That's fine. You have to send people away. But guess what? I still got the Flamettes watching because eventually you gonna crack.
And then she get upset that she don't get likes.
Yes, you see that though.
That they're not liking the video. Say Wiley's name, and we will like the video.
I guarantee they'll like it.
She's a fool.
She be begging for them like, it ain't no likes. I'm gonna stop.
And get upset and try to cut off the live.
And then yeah, she cut off the.
She's the key.
I'm not gonna stop. If 100 people like, 100 people like, 200 people like, 200 people like. I'm not gonna stop the live because people didn't like the video. That's stupid and dumb. And
she's a key.
And Flame, the flop comedian, made up a conflict with Funky Dineva. And he said that Funky Dineva is a crackhead. He said that on Tasha K's show. And then it was weak. It was weak when he didn't address Armand Wiggins. And he said, I got 2 words for that queen.
Jason Lee.
Okay? But you called me cockeyed. You said this about me, or Alexa Pay. She said everything about me. I thought she was going to come with Wiggins. This woman said Jason Lee. That was a coward.
She was probably scared.
She was scared.
If you ain't scared, drag him.
She was scared. She just said Jason Lee. So that's what I know. She ain't about that life. She weak. Man, she got soft when she moved to California. The old Flame Monroe with the
they ran her out of Chicago. I believe it now.
Yeah, they ran her out of Chicago. When the last time you seen that person in Chicago? Come on now.
They really ran Flame out of Chicago. Let me find out. P-U-double-S-Y. 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 She's a P-U-double-S-Y. P-U-double-S-Y. Yes, hands across the board.
They ran her out. That's why she in California.
They ran her out. Yeah. I believe it because if she had balls like she do, she would have dragged Armand Wiggins.
She would have.
Not being a coward.
She did not
stand your ground.
She didn't drag him at all. Nope. And that's the part where we're talking about people is watch when they drag a person that is easy to drag because of my some of my issues. But now, okay, if you a drag, why couldn't you drag Armand? See, keep that same energy. He called you a celebrity.
We paying attention.
He said that you pandered to the straights. He said all that. And she stayed silent. She said 2 words.
He dragged her to filth.
He did drag her.
And she wasn't woman enough or man enough to drag him back.
Nope. That's what happened.
I only gave him 2 words. Jason Lee.
That's
a coward.
Jason Lee. Because all these people.
That's a coward.
Tasha K.
And New York don't want that nonsense. Don't bring that nonsense to New York.
Wait.
To that late comedy show, sweetheart.
It's late. She's still talking about buy the tickets. Baby, it's about to be February. Them tickets didn't sell out. Baby, them tickets didn't sell out by yet. You still talking about get the tickets?
And the opening Tasha K, I gagged when you said that.
Yeah, she said Tasha K is going to open. Baby,
Child, not Tasha K with the 1 million subs. It's an opener.
Yeah, you were opening women. I thought you was the headline.
Like,
What?
Okay. Girl, I was gagging, Miss Thing.
Oh my God.
Don't say I was gagging.
Baby, Tasha K went.
Compared to her following, Tasha K's the opener? Absolutely not.
That's crazy.
I'm not opening for you, Heifer.
Right. Tasha K went to having an event in Florida to opening up for a woman in a wig, a lifestyle that she don't even agree with. That's the game.
Say it.
She don't even agree with that lifestyle. And you're letting Tasha she proven Hope Giselle right. She proves everybody that say she panders. She proved
she even proved Omar right.
He proved Omar right. How many trans women that do comedy that she could put on stage because she want to be the only comedian that's trans? Why did she ain't let Samson? He's an openly man. And we interviewed Brother Samson on.
I remember him coming on your show.
He came on a couple of times. He was in that movie on BET Plus. Jesse Smollett directed the film. B Boys Blues. You could allow him to open up, but you allow Fish that criticize the trans community, and you think you got some sense. You are a weak, sick person when you got a person that dehumanize you and dog your race and your gender and your community, and you allow that person to open up. That's just like me allowing a Ku Klux Klan person to open up for me. Like that's like Minister Lewis Farrakhan letting a Ku Klux Klan person open up for him at Savior's Day. How much sense does that make?
Did her close friend T.S. Madison made a statement on that?
Nope. She's in the UK with her staff member undressing in front of him, and they in the same hotel room. You know, she too cheap to put.
Oh, the African guy?
Yeah, the African guy. If his green card, if he able to get a passport, or you know what I'm saying. She
probably a worker's visa allegedly.
Probably got a little work here and that.
He's working
and stuff like that. Working for lunch, working for some fufu rice, and working for some fish and chips in the UK.
But why is the president always calling in Kiki?
Yeah, it's a.
I'm gonna drop back down in the bushes.
Thank you so much.
I'm always in the bushes, too.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you so very much.
Love you too. All right.
Love you. All right, little black boy, you beautiful. Anybody else want to call in? Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Now, we got a couple announcements to make. Again, do not forget that we are going to Vegas April 26, 27, 28. Me and Couture Bay will be in Vegas together. Her audience is coming. My audience is coming. So if you're coming, please do let me know. April 26, 27, 28. Any questions, you can always email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. We'll be staying at the Palace Station. Thank you all so very much. Also, if you want to be a blessing to the show, you can always donate $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle WileyShow@gmail.com. You can donate on this. Whatever amount you feel that you would love to donate, $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle WileyShow@gmail.com. It could be a blessing to us. We would love for you to contribute to the broadcast. If you have never contributed to a broadcast before, let this be your first time. Thank you. For those that like to get more information on celebrity news and gossip and trending news, you can always go to www.wileythetroll.com. Make sure you put it to your favorite. Make sure you get added to the email list so you can get updated on when we go, whatever we're talking about over there. So you can always reach out and leave a comment over there, share. Some of y'all have done so. I saw some of the producers over there please do so. We're trying to get to 100,000 listeners or readers. I'm sorry, weekly readers. We're trying to get to that 100,000. We are nowhere near that level. Of course, that is our goal, to get there in the next 8 to 9 months. All right. We did a pretty good day. I think we had almost about 4,000 listeners on the first day we dropped. So we're trying to keep that. We're trying to build up that momentum. So I checked the ratings today, but in order for it to grow, share it on your Twitter account. You can share it on Twitter. You can share it on Facebook. You can share it on your Facebook page. You know, it's an article and everything. You could just share it. You could text it. I know some of you all have put it in some of your group chats. You could do that as well. For those that are on Lipstick Alley, make sure you post us over there. If it's something that we need to cover, you can always email me or DM me, right? And you can DM me on Facebook, on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. We'll be back posting on our TikTok page next week. So you can follow us over there on TikTok. We're really close to the 1,000 followers over there on our TikTok. So I'm excited about that. Super excited to finally be almost at 1,000 followers, because I can go live over on TikTok, and that will be something I can add, a way to bring more eyeballs to our show. All right. And I thank you for those eyeballs that have been going on our show, and I appreciate that. All right. Thank you all for y'all amazing support. Yes, we will do an after show. Well, absolutely. We can do an after show. All right. So if you want to join the after show, you can always go to our station head. I am about to start the station head right now. Give me a quick little second here. I can post a link in here. Really, really close on here. Okay. Give me a second. We could do it after show, because I don't think we've really done one lately. So we can do one today. Give me a second. I'm going to drop the link in here. So I know some people in here. Give me a second. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to drop the link in here. So for those that want to live, I will drop it in there. So for those that do not have a Station Head account, you just download Station Head. And I posted that in the comments. So if you want to come on there, you come on over to Station Head. You could download some of my seasoned saints, that if those that have an iPhone, go get your grandson and tell your granddaughter or your daughter to download Station Head and follow the Wiley Show. We made it super easy for you. Only thing you got to do is download it, type us in. You were there. You could hit the link directly, and it would take you directly to Station Head. So again, some of y'all already coming through over there. Pretty Nikki, I think I see Pretty Nikki over there. I think I see, is that Armand Wiggins over there? I see Deputy over there. I'm seeing people over there. I see Tasha came on over there. So I see the people are coming on in. So we thank you all so very much, and make sure y'all come on through. Thank you all so very much. Let me close out with my saying again, in the words. I love this beautiful closing out. Love it so dearly. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank you, and you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all on Station Head for our after show. Peace.